What's good, everybody? What's happening? Appreciate you guys checking in with us on a Sunday. We had our second preseason game yesterday against the 49ers. Came up short. Last second field goal by the Niners. We end up losing at 19-22. And, man, have had just a chance to kind of really dive into the film, take a look at what, the good, the bad, the ugly, all that stuff. We're definitely going to kind of recap it. I'm going to bring up some of the stats from yesterday. Man, I'll tell you right now, after I got home, I went to the game, brought the wife and kids, man, had a hell of a time. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough Raider fans in that goddamn building, nothing but a sea of red. But I was able to come back home, and I rewatched that game probably twice, and then I rewatched it again twice earlier today, man, just to kind of get a good idea as to who really did well and who just flashed and what the rest of the game really looked like. And so we're going to dive into the stats. I'm going to bring it up. We're going to check it all out. But, man, I appreciate everybody popping in with us. Remember, hit that like button, subscribe, turn those notifications. We do a sub-only chat. It's just our way of showing thank you and showing our appreciation to our subscribers. So if you want to get in on the chat, hit that sub button. But, man, I got Chris, Protect the Show podcast, with us. Severe is going to be with us in just a little bit on Middle 5 Raider Real Talk Raider Nation, man. We appreciate everybody popping in with us. But, chat, I'm going to get to you in just a second. Chris, man, what's happening? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Feel a lot better after this preseason game than the first one, of course. So, I mean, we still have a ways to go, but I will say that saw some good progression. I know we'll talk about it, but overall, I'm feeling good, man. How about you? You were at the game, man.
I was at the game, and like I said, sucks that I felt like I sat around nothing but a bunch of 49er fans. But at the end of the day, man, again, brought the wife and kids and got to enjoy a game and hang out. And good thing is, as much as we were outnumbered in the stadium, you could still hear the Raider fans cheer. If we did something good, you could still hear it. And when the 49ers took the field, we still were booing them. So we definitely overshadowed any type of cheering that went on their end, even though we were probably outnumbered 3-1. But no, it was cool, man. It was a good showing out there and had a good time. And shout out to, honestly, a lot of just I guess you can call them, like the clubs, right? You got like the Black Hole clubs, like the chapter. You got TNBC, that type of stuff. They put on a ton of events. There was nothing but events going on Friday night, Saturday. It still bleeded into Saturday night after the game, man. Yeah. So shout to them. If anybody comes out here and tries to attend a Raider game, make sure you guys go check out just the events that are put on during every game day, the day before, leading up to it, man. It's just nothing but Raider fans out here. And we all know what Fremont's like. So it was cool, man. It wasn't too bad. So but, man, appreciate everybody rocking and popping in. Let's go. Let's say what's up to the chat. And chat, let me know. You can start asking some questions. We're going to go over just kind of our takes of the game. But, let us know. What were the highlights of the game? What were the lowlights? What were some of the things that you really liked? Let me know. Put it in the chat if you can't hit that hashtag Raiders just so it catches my eye. And just so you guys know, we're doing in a different format and more this like portrait or vertical format because shockingly enough, you guys know when we break down game film, well, ever since we started doing it in the offseason, YouTube didn't like it and started pinging us. Well, I think we might have fooled YouTube a little bit. The last game film breakdown didn't get pinged by YouTube, and so
that's true.
They let it fly.
So, they left us alone.
Exactly, and so we might continue to do it this way because last thing we want is YouTube shutting down videos. So
right.
But appreciate it. Yeah, let us know. What was your highlights? What'd you like about the game? But also, what were some of the lowlights? Some of the things you were disappointed about. But we're gonna say what's up to the chat. Where's the flag? What's going on, man? Appreciate you popping in with us. What's going on, Sacktown? What's happening? Isaiah in the building as well. Good seeing you. Jason Downs, what's good, man? Dre.
Downs.
Man, Dre, I don't know if you were with us on the last live, but, man, shout out to you. Willie Lampkin, man. You Willie said Lampkin
it. Really is a dog. He's really a dog.
Man, like you said it when we were doing the mock drafts, and as soon as you did, Severe checked out the film. He's like, "Oh man, oh shit, this kid might be pretty good." And Chris checked it out. I checked it out. I was like, "Damn!" And y'all know we started drafting him. He was a must draft. in the 6th and 7th round in that mock draft. But, man, yeah, Dre, Willie Lampkin's doing his thing over there. Yeah, what's going on? Appreciate you popping in with us, man. Always good seeing you. Always support, man. I appreciate you. Let's see. What is this? Purple Roblox in the building. What's going on? My two said, what's up, man? What's going on? Appreciate you rolling with us. Kevin Lurker as well. Good seeing you. Troy, appreciate you pulling up with us. Cool, Kev. What's happening, man? Good seeing you checking in.
Cool, Kev in the building.
Let's see. Okay, I don't want to butcher it. Hialeah McKay. Leah McKay, man. Appreciate
I'm a Raiders fan. Welcome. First time seeing you.
And appreciate you hitting that sub button. Absolutely. What up, Lunatic? What's happening, man? Good seeing you. Gerard Pope in the building. We see you, man.
Lunatic in the building. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Appreciate all the support, man. Guys could be anywhere else.
No, absolutely. And, O-line improved. My concerns center around the quarterback or the cornerbacks. Oh, we're going to talk about it. Yes, you did, Dre. You tried to tell us, man. It was good, man. As soon as we saw it, too.
Yes, hey, Willie Lamp's that guy.
You turned us on him, man, without question. Troy Gill in the building. Myra G. Hey.
Myra G in the building.
Oh, man, you in Dallas? Yeah, she checking out the Lone Star State, man. We're going to be, remember, if you guys don't know, week 2, home opener. We're going to be there. Myself, Chris, Myra's going to be there, as well as Severe, man. We're going to be there week 2. Let us know if you're going to be there because there's a bunch of stuff going on. I know Lunatics has a pool party at the Paris. I believe it's on Saturday. Make sure you guys go hit that up as well. But let us know. We're going to be out there, and we're going to be joining some of the events. It's going to be fun. 808, what's going on?
808, what's happening?
Let's say, could you hear the pops Jeanty was laying down at the game? Beast Mode 2.0. Beast Mode already getting some nicknames. All right, man, we're going to talk about it. What's going on, Emily? Appreciate you rolling with us. At least defense looked better. In some cases.
Yeah.
In some cases. Jason, man, we ran the ball and stopped the run. Nice recipe for success. Gino's a solid quarterback and will make us relevant. I'm going to come back to it, man. We're going to talk about it. Scott, what's going on? Just another DJ in the building as well, man. I appreciate
DJ in the building. What's going on? DJ, you gonna be at the home opener? I met DJ. What was it, last year or the year before, man? Just randomly, man. DJ's a good dude, man. So
yeah,
good met him. It was in the I think I met him in the Win Club after the game or before the game. I don't know. I was out of it, but
you were in Vegas, so we know what's going on.
But nah, he a cool dude, man. Salute to my boy. Hey, cool, my boy Jafar too. Met him in the Win Club too. That was my dog, man. So hey, I love meeting everybody, man. Hope I meet some more of you guys on the home opener, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Home opener, man. I mean, look, there were some rumblings that I went live with Severe and Pharaoh the other day, and we started talking about Indy. I'm just saying, Chris.
Indy?
It might go down.
Are y'all for real?
I told Pharaoh, I was like, hey, Chris already started talking about Indy. And there's still an away game that me and Severe said, hey, we're going to go to an away game. And plus, I think the way that it was brought up is Pharaoh's guy that Ray. He's gone live with a few times, Ray.
Okay.
Apparently he's in that area. So he's like, man, I might go to Indy. I was like, oh, shit, don't say that. Don't say that. Yeah, that might be another head that goes to Indy, and you better put something on, Chris. I'm just saying. So,
we'll talk, man. We'll
talk more about that.
Yeah.
Scott, what's going on, man? Good seeing you in the building. We got Chronicles as well. Other Black Hole in the building. What's going on? Yeah, Loons. All right, so Sunday, September 14th. That's going to be his pool party, guys. Make sure you guys hit him up. Hit him up for sure. Sean Johnson, what's going on, man? Cornerback is definitely something we need to address. I think we should give a third rounder to Seattle for Rick Woolen. I forget what his full name is.
That corner.
Yeah. Let's see. Tyreek Woolen.
Yeah, Tyreek. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see if we try to pull something off.
He had a nice rookie season. He kind of regressed a little bit, if I remember correctly. But I remember his rookie year, he was nice. He might still be nice. But I to be honest, I haven't really been paying attention to him all like that.
I think here's the thing. When it comes to the cornerback position, I think what's really tough is when you have a guy like Eric Stokes that was brought in by this regime, and then you have a guy that was picked in the 3rd round, high enough to where you think he's starting caliber material. And you let someone walk. You trade away. Why am I mentioning his name? Your boy, Jacoby Bennett. I just don't see them bringing somebody in that's going to necessarily, and at this point, who knows who's going to compete, but I don't see them bringing anybody in, especially trading for somebody. Like a 3rd rounder, that means that you were just wrong.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
And honestly, and you probably didn't get a chance to see it just because you were at the game, but they were actually interviewing Spy Tech. I think maybe it was the 3rd quarter or something. Just while the game was going on, and he was just talking about how much he loved having 11 draft picks, and he would do that all the time, and every year if he could. So yeah, I don't think Spy Tech's going to be a guy that's going to be giving up any draft picks. To be quite honest, I mean, you got to think potentially he could have hit a home. He may have hit a home run on Thornton. So whenever you hit a couple nice ones in the late rounds, those they're going to try to continue to do that. So we'll see.
I agree. I think they're going to give them as much playing time to truly try to figure out what can these guys prove. You trade somebody for the 3rd round, they're coming in to start
for sure.
At least they better. The knockout canvas, man. What's going on? That's turf. That's got to be turf because I think turf runs that channel. Yeah, what up, turf?
Oh
man? Yeah. Colin in the building. You're saying Cody Lindenberg, I think he's number 55, but Cody Lindenberg, he showed out a little bit. Look, as a 6th rounder or 7th rounder, you're going to want to definitely participate or show some support in the special teams game, stuff like that. And so we'll kind of see how that works out. But man, I appreciate you pulling up. What up, Larry? What's going on? Kilpie as well, man. I appreciate you pulling up. I want to say what's up to everybody. Man, you guys are flying.
We'll be here all night. In the building. Appreciate all y'all, man.
Yeah. Well, 100, man. This is good shit. LA Raider, what's going on, man? Good seeing you. Jeff, what's happening, man? Appreciate you popping in with us. Tatty in the building as well. Chewy, man, I missed you. I missed you at the game, man. But man, we'll definitely link up next time the game goes on, man. But missed you. I was at the bar, but there was actually we were trying to link up at that Torch bar, man. There were so many people floating around that place, man. It was tough, man. Severe saying it. Indianapolis Rose. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
When is it? Hold on. Let me look, because yeah,
you look it up. I'm gonna finish up saying what's up to everybody, man. Because everybody's popping in with us. What up, Lake Show Raider? What's happening, man? You're saying Ken Miller trash. We need a legit QB too. We're gonna talk about it. Let's see. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go back. I know some people are throwing some stuff out there. What's going on, Daniel? Appreciate you rocking with us as well. All right, L11, what's happening, man? Appreciate you rolling. Okay. All right. So let's do this.
I'm actually gonna be out of town for that.
Oh man.
Nah, for real. I'm gonna be on a cruise. I went crazy. I think I'm obsessed with cruises now, man.
Oh man, I bet you are. Especially
now I get them free. I get these balcony rooms for free. So because I gambled a lot, so they just be throwing rooms at me. So yeah, I'm actually gonna do So
watch out. All right. All inclusive, huh?
Belly out all fall. All fall.
Damn it. All right. So look, let's talk about it a little bit. First, anyway, Raider, man, you came out and you said you could hear the pops from Jeanty laying it down at the game, beast mode 2.0. One upside is, look, Jeanty was able to kind of come out and have some success. And the one thing is, and we'll definitely take just some of the initial takes from it. And here's my first one, and then Chris, I'll throw it to you, because if we look at just the run game, I got to give some credit to this offensive line. Because, you know what, I'll go ahead and as we talk, I'll kind of share the screen. We're going to be a little offset. But let's take a look. You got Jeanty. He was 7 carries, 33 yards, 4.7 yards per carry with 1 touchdown and a long of 13 yards. I think that 13-yarder was when he ran somebody over. And he got a couple catches out of the backfield. Obviously laid the boom a little bit on that catch out of the backfield. And so here's the thing. One thing I got to give credit to is if you look at the 7 carries that he had, I counted 4 out of those 7 carries. He wasn't touched until he got to the second level.
Yeah.
And that's just a damn good job of the interior offensive lineman. Now, there wasn't a whole lot of starters on that D-line, so,
Right.
Can't get too excited just yet. But you got to give credit where credit's due. Any running back is going to do pretty damn good when you're not touched until the second level. And so, as much as Jeanty, had a good showing, looked a little bit better, definitely better than before, that offensive line actually did a pretty good job of just kind of getting him untouched until the second level. So, man, Chris, what was your first thought just kind of on Jeanty and just kind of how he carried the football?
Yeah, no, I saw some things that I like. One of the biggest things, of course, we keep talking about it with Jeanty is like we all know that he can play. We all know that that he's he could be a special athlete. I think at least the 3 of us specifically, we were just like, will his skill set translate? And his skill set is good vision, but more importantly, broken tackles. Is he going to be able to be elusive enough? And it was good to see guys bounce off of him at the NFL level. Now, granted, they may not all be starters, but it was still good to see guys who were NFL level, NFL caliber players bouncing off of them, missing tackles. But one thing I am kind of concerned about is like the first big hit he took, he had to go to the blue tent. I mean, it was, and the thing is, Turf always laughs about how small he is and all that. I mean, but if Jeanty, if he's gonna go heads up like that all the time, I don't know how long his shelf life is going to be. So, I'd like to see him, make guys miss a little bit more, get some stiff arms, juke. But just going heads up like that a whole lot. It was concerning seeing his first hit like that go to the tent. But overall, I love, I like what I saw yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. It was I as someone who was just kind of on the fence, I needed to see that.
And here's my biggest thing with Jeanty, and actually it was, I've said it before in some of my videos that I do, but at the same time, myself, Severe, and Pharaoh, after we got done with our live, we were kind of backstage a little bit afterwards, after we shut it down. I said, look, I was talking to Pharaoh and Severe, and I said, the one thing that I hope Jeanty learns how to do, because he didn't do it a lot at Boise, and the reason why he's gotten such a reputation of breaking tackles is because of his running style allows for contact to kind of get to him. I think he does. I think he likes to run through people.
Yeah.
I think he's got that mentality of, I don't care.
Had that too. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't care what angle you got at me, I'm going to run through you. And the thing is in the NFL,
you can't do that.
Are you going to do it for 17 games? There's no way.
No, for sure.
And if you look at that one play that you talked about, right, where you caught the ball out of the backfield, and as much as I think the announcer might have said it, somebody else might have said it, like, oh, he just laid the wood on the guy. It's like, okay, he also went backwards. When the guy hit his ass, he actually went backwards about a half a yard to a yard. So it's like, it's kind of tailored whether or not he won that one. But at the same time, 2 defenders were coming his way. And I've always taught, whenever I would, whenever I was the offensive coordinator, for the teams that I coach, and I had a running back, I said, look, lower your shoulder. If you want to run through somebody, run through half a man. Take on a half a man. Do not put your helmet square into the center of the guy. You're doing the defender a favor. Me playing linebacker the majority of my life, I loved it when a running back just wanted to run right through me, because you're doing me a favor. You're giving me your entire body to get contact with. The thing is that when you're a running back, no. Attack a half a body. And then now you're going to run through the guy. Now the guy doesn't have the leverage on you. And the thing about Jeanty is I think he just wants to run through guys, and he doesn't. That was a perfect example of him just running like straight through a guy, or attempting to, when you can just take on a half a man and you might actually run through him, because now he doesn't have his full force behind it. And so I want to see him just be better at that, because at Boise, what we saw on that catch at the backfield, that's what he tried to do. And against defenders at Nevada, at San Jose State,
you get away with that.
Like, you can get away with it.
Yeah.
And so hopefully And look, like anybody, that might have been his kind of wake up moment in the NFL. And hopefully he just learns off it and goes, yeah, you got some 240-pound linebackers that I'm not going to be able to run through. Let's do let's do this a little bit smarter.
No, for
So
sure. Like I love because honestly, that's one thing I loved about Jacobs. I love that Jacobs looked for contact, but at the end of the day, I mean, Jacobs used to get dinged up as well. People try to act like, he had some injury concerns. Just like when you play physical like that, it just comes with it. It'd be different if you're built like a Derrick Henry, where you're kind of like a man amongst boys out there. But shout out to Coach DC. I saw his comment. I don't know if you can go to it, but it was almost like
let me go back down. Taddy, I see your hashtag Raiders, man. I'll come back up to it. Let me see.
But basically he was saying, so because I said it was concerning. So he said it's concerning to watch him play football. Wow, we must have missed the boat. This is a gladiator sport. No room for soft or doubt. Let the man cook. I get what you're saying, but this is also a business. This is our number 6 pick. Someone like that, we want him to play as many games as possible at a high level. Yeah. You got to be smart with it. I mean, that's yeah. So it is concerning when the very first hit he takes, he has to go to the blue tent. It absolutely is concerning. That's our number 6 pick. If just that little play right there shows what we're going to be seeing throughout his career, it's very concerning, and you should be concerned as well.
Yeah, and here's the thing: a lot of people they talk about Jeanty is this beast, but he's massive. You look him he's 5'8". He's going to be hitting guys that are 230 pounds that are just as big as him, and so we want him to have a lifespan in this league. Running backs have an average lifespan of around three seasons tops, and so if you're on the goal line, without question, lower that helmet and go run somebody over. If it's 3rd and 2 and you want to get that first down, without question. But I'd love to see Jeanty be physical, right? Put your head down, but just be smart about it. Pick half a body, attack half a body, and now he's running through a guy and force the guy to make an arm tackle versus giving him your entire body. And then that's what happens. Then he finds himself in the blue tent, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? And so, look, it's all about being smarter. Go ahead, Chris.
No, you're right. Because at the end of the day, man, it's like, I mean, I don't think we're that deep at running back. So, if he has to sit, how confident are we for Mostert to get, a whole lot of carries? Mostert has a lot of injury issues. Zeus had, he actually had a few plays. But at the end of the day, man, it's like we just gotta be smart. That's all I'm saying. I love the physicality of football. I'm all about it. But one thing about during the Josh Jacobs, during his best time with us, he was our bell cow. Arguably probably ran him a little too much. We should have been able to mix it up a little bit, and then so I don't know. But all I do know is I will always be concerned when our running back takes on a hit and goes to the blue tent. I will always be concerned about that.
But and to your point, though, look at Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is one of the biggest running backs, if not the biggest running back in the NFL. He does a very good job of breaking a ton of arm tackles because he's not always just lowering his helmet and trying to run through somebody.
Yeah, he don't take. Yeah, that's true.
He does a really good job of attacking half a body, and now he's running through arm tackles.
Facts.
That's how you want to run in the NFL if you want to have a sustained career. So, Taddy, what's going on, man? Appreciate the hashtag Raiders. Jeanty's tough running style is going to mask Geno's red zone issues. If we can run it that consistently, we don't have to rely on Geno in the red zone as much. What do y'all think? His first attempt was good. Second attempt, he just got kind of stood up on the goal line and reached over. Did a good job, but we'll just see how well he does on the goal line as a whole. That first attempt was not very good. It looked like he just kind of laid down a yard short of the goal line. And so I definitely want to see just more work on the goal line, short yard situation, to just kind of see how he plays out. Chris, you got anything on that?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think, honestly, I think what's going to help Geno is just having all those kind of red zone weapons. I think that, Bowers is going to be you see Bowers get his moss on, I think Big Mike's going to be, a weapon, of course, and you got Thornton. I mean, we have a lot of weapons, and again, Jeanty or even if Zeus can have a role in the red zone, I think all that's going to help Geno. And honestly, I think Chip Kelly's going to help Geno. So I think a lot of things can really help Geno in the red zone this year. Even if we look back at all the notes that we heard about the joint practice, like I heard during team, the offense kind of struggled a little bit, but I heard in red zone, they were cooking, so that was something that we always gotta think about, man. So we'll see.
Yeah, what up, Jensen? What's going on, man? Yeah, we couldn't link up, but hey, I think I saw you and Blue were there kind of hanging out, having a good time, man. Shout out, man. It's good to just always good to have Raider fans in our goddamn stadium. All right, see Rocky, what's going on, man? I see you. Appreciate you rolling in with us as well.
Hey, SoCal Sal, go ahead and snipe Mr. Jones, man. Go ahead and snipe him.
Let's see. I'm gonna try to. What up, Raider Paul, man? I see you as well. What's going on, man? Let's see. All right. Raider Junkie Cisco, AOC Hot Garbage. Let's talk about those quarterbacks. We're going to get into the quarterbacks a little bit. Let's kind of, I'll scroll up a little. We had Geno Smith. We'll talk about Geno first. I'm going to kind of scroll down. Appreciate everybody rolling. Remember, hit that hashtag Raiders. If you have a question or if it's a comment of what we're talking about, hit that hashtag so I could definitely bring it up. Alec, what's going on, man? I'm going to try to say what's up to as many people as I can. You guys are flying. I appreciate the chat. And then you got Turf, man, with his actual Raider page. What's going on, man? Appreciate you rolling with us. He was definitely winding up that shoulder as well. Yeah. And Turf, you're a running back, can't take that punishment consistently. Got to be a little bit smarter, especially how physical this game is. 17 games, man. You got to last. All right, let's see. All right. See, Coach DC, you just won them like you're giving me like just those like I just want to be a tough guy vibes. That's the vibe I'm getting from you, big dog. And if you want to be that way, more power to you. You have fun in life, man. Some people just want to be tough guys walking around. I get it. What up, Dixon? All right, are we cutting Tyree? We're gonna talk about Tyree. We're gonna get to that side. Don't worry, I appreciate you. All right, let's talk about Geno. Everybody, let me know how Geno did. What you guys like. So Chris, I'm gonna throw it to you first, man. What were your thoughts about Geno?
I will say I do like Geno taking those deep shots. And honestly, a couple of those, man. I mean, we're talking about inches away. The one from Thornton. I mean, there were some good balls, man. So damn, pause. That all sound crazy. But
your chat's in the building. I don't know
yeah, I'm about to say LS isn't here yet, so I think we are all right. Cool Kev here though, so we'll see.
Dixon's in here though.
Yeah, for sure. But I think ultimately, I mean, he looked pretty good. You could tell that the game plan was to take those shots. They were yeah, that was wild. But yeah, to take those shots and he did it, and I think that's going to be a goal of theirs is to take those, deep shots with Thornton to make that defense respect it right away. Say, hey, we're going to take those shots. You better put a safety back there. Now the box is a little bit lighter. Bowers, do your thing. Jeanty, do your thing. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think what Geno showed was he did a very good job of just kind of spreading that ball around. Like, I really want him to get that chemistry and that timing down with Deontay Thornton. That's a couple times now. They try to hit the ball deep a little bit. They tried basically twice. One, Geno Smith overshot him, and the thing was, Geno Smith, as soon as you overshot him, everybody panned to him. And Geno Smith was like, "Man, almost." It's like almost ain't gonna cut it, man. Those are the big plays we need. We haven't been able to see someone stretch the field deep in a very long time. Trey Tucker's been struggling to be able to do that. We haven't had a receiver that's going to be able to force those safeties to play back. And those are the opportunities. If you want to be a good football team, you got to be able to hit on those opportunities. You can't just miss them. And at the end of the day, I think they tried again. I think it was actually that same series where Geno tried to hit Deontay Thornton and the corner just stayed on top. And that's kind of Robert Saleh's defense. Robert Saleh's defense does a very good job of we're not going to let you get anything on top. We're going to force you to kind of hit everything underneath. You're going to have to pick us apart on underneath routes, dig routes, trying to hit the seams. We're going to force you to make those plays because you're not going to beat us on top. And I want to see them kind of hit that deep ball one time because I don't know how much the starter's going to play week 3. Typically week 3 or the third game,
they don't play at all.
That's all the guys on the hot seat, right?
Right.
These are the guys trying to make the squad. And so I wanted to see them try to connect a little bit prior to that last preseason game. Because, again, I just don't know how much we're going to see them. And so, but outside of that, you had Brock Bowers get a catch. Trey Tucker got a catch. Jacoby Myers got a catch by Geno. He dumped off the ball a couple times. One to Jeanty. I think he might have dumped it off one more time to Mostert, if I believe. And so Geno, he was 6 of 8, 55 yards. And then we did cap off a touchdown with Jeanty running it in. So I just like the fact that he was spreading the ball around, kind of getting all the receivers involved. And so at the end of the day, good second game showing by Geno. Can't complain on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, let's talk real quick. And I think, Alec, you're saying Collier and Tommy had big kick returns the night. Collier looked good. He had some good carries. Yeah. We'll talk about the running backs in a second. And I think Ginslinger, you said something about Collier. He looked good. He took advantage of the opportunities that he got, And so will he make the squad? I think at best practice squad, but he definitely took advantage of the carries that he had. So what up, Eugene? What's going on, man? Good seeing you, as well as Todd Hitsticker. What's going on? Hitstick Stepper in the building. So what about Aiden O'Connell? Everybody let me know in the comments section, man. I know there's a lot of people, especially off of his first show in week 1, and now you got his showing in week 2. I got real big mixed emotions on Aiden O'Connell as it stands right now. But man, Chris, what's your thoughts in chat? Let me know. Hit that hashtag rage if you can. Let me know what your thoughts on Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, so with Aiden, man, it's always tough seeing him get sacks, but I will say, gosh, what's that dude's name? I think he was a right guard. Who was a right guard when he was in there? I can't remember his name, but that guy was awful, absolutely awful. I mean, just let the guy go right by him. But yeah, he held the ball a little bit too long on a couple of those, and it's just bad decisions, Aiden. And it's again, it's like every year he has to deal with, getting a new offensive coordinator, new play caller. I get it. So that's going to stunt anyone's growth. But it's like, come on, man, you got to, just make better decisions, man. I mean, that's all it is too. I mean, I hate to say it, but we need a real number 2 quarterback. People actually thought Aiden was going to be the starter, but I don't think he's good enough to even be a QB2 for us. Not even saying Cam Miller is, but I'm just saying literally if Geno gets hurt, I don't feel comfortable with AOC going to war with him. That's just how it is. So we'll see.
Yeah, Joe C said Harry Douglas from ESPN said that was a perfect throw by Geno. Says Thornton started to look at the ball at the 30, then landed at the 5. Says he just ran and found the ball. It wouldn't have dropped right in his lap.
Yeah,
that's part of the chemistry, right? It's like Deontay Thornton's got to understand, when Geno's going to release the ball, especially just on a go route like that. That's the chemistry that they got to build. And unfortunately, I wanted to see them connect a couple times on the deep ball, and it just didn't happen. So yeah, he's got to work a little bit. When we broke down the game film, we showed a little bit where he's got to crisp up his route running. He's got to be able to just get better at his route running, especially that second attempt on the deep ball. I got to go back and watch the all-22 just to see how he ran that deep ball route.
Keep running, man. Run through it.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. For me is when it comes to Aiden O'Connell, look, the receivers did him no favors. I think he had a drop ball from Mostert, had a drop ball from Jack Besh, had a drop ball from God, what's the kid's name? My bad. I'm gonna go to it real quick. It
Bachman
was
or
Isaiah
was it Jackson?
Ishmael
Oh yeah. Yep.
on that seam route. God, there was a couple other drops. I mean, there was he probably had 4 or 5 drops. Ian Thomas, the other tight end, dropped the
Yeah, he had a
football.
bad one. Yeah, Ian had a bad one.
And some of those would have continued, or at least instead of and there was a bad holding call. Some of those drops, if Quadri Ismail would have caught that football, I mean, that was a good 20, 25 yard, throw. If he actually brings that thing in, that puts us in damn good field position. And so, overall, Aiden O'Connell didn't play a bad game. The problem for me, though, is he should not be throwing the interceptions that he does. Like that interception on the out route, horrible throw, horrible read. In his 3rd year, he should not be making that type of throw.
It's the same stuff he was on last year. Like, I mean, a lot of people were debating if like that was the reason why he didn't get the starting nod in week 1 because he had that bad pick. I think it was the last game or the second to last preseason game. It was just a very bad pick, man. And it's like he has a couple of those per game, man. So
I know, and we saw it last game where he just did not read the defense right.
Oh yeah, on that
at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alec Bachman did a really good job of shutting down that route on that option route, and he threw the out route when he shouldn't have. And it was just the tough part is Aiden is making mistakes. A 3rd-year quarterback shouldn't be making mistakes, and it has nothing really to do with the system itself. It has everything to do with him just reading the defense. And he's just the hard part is take away that interception. He didn't play that bad of a game. And I actually have a lot of issues with the interior backups of this offensive line, and that's something we're going to kind of get to in the offensive line.
That Mafi was that Mafi may have been one of the worst offensive linemen I've seen. Period. That guy was bad.
I'm with you. The more I watched the film, I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, like.
And so you take away that one interception. Aiden O'Connell actually he didn't play that bad of a game with all the drops that happened. So, but the problem is, it's a recurring issue with him now.
Right.
We're starting to see just bad decisions every single game, and hard part is, that's just not going to win you a position or a spot in the National Football League, unfortunately.
Right.
So, Chef, AB Raider, you're saying I think we've all seen enough of Aiden O'Connell, man. Yeah, just some bad decisions. Now let's talk about Cam Miller, right? Cam Miller was the hot one last game. Everybody loved it. You got Dixon. Man, you're saying
the new flavor.
Cam Miller, QB2 already. I think he was kind of brought down to earth a little bit this game, right? I mean, it's just, look, that's
definitely humbled.
The one thing I will say is there's a reason why there's only, 4 to 5 truly elite quarterbacks consistently every single year. Because all it takes is for a defense coordinator to get some film on you, and then they're going to figure you out. Then they're going to understand kind of what your tendencies are. That's why what your weaknesses are, and they're going to do their best to expose it. And so, I think for Cam Miller, as much as he did very well last game, I'm not going to knock him for that last interception. I'm not going to knock him for him trying to get out of the pocket and him getting hawked down a couple times. Because he's a rookie and he's a 6th round rookie. Some people were questioning why we picked him in the 6th round. And so I just want to see more out of him. And there's a good chance he's probably going to get a full half, maybe even 3 quarters. Game 3, and it's going to give him some good experience. And so even though he had that last interception, I'm not knocking on him for it. He's got a lot to learn, and we'll see more of him, I'm sure. So Chris, what's your thoughts on Cam Miller?
Yeah, no, I think again, I think it was just a big high last week. So this week it just kind of I mean it happens. He made a bad decision. Didn't play that well, but again, I think he's a rookie, so we're gonna have more grace for him. He's a rookie, 6th round. He was D2, wasn't? No, he was no,
he was a Bison.
North Dakota. Right, he was Bison. Yeah. So so honestly, I do want to see more because again, if he is in a true QB2 battle, that's not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember like knowing when we had Stidham as a backup, like feeling comfortable, feeling like, okay, we got a guy. I mean, again, he's not going to be, everything, but a guy that can come in and instead he did come in when he needed to and play the heck of a game. So if he's truly going to fight for that QB2, just I need to see more reps. I just need to see him progress. Again, he's a rookie. As long as he does not regress and just continues getting better, I'll be okay with it. But I like, his, some of the physical traits of him. He can move. He seems to have pretty good poise in the pocket. But we just got to see more. Still early.
Yeah. Is saying we got to keep LC. Miller isn't ready yet. And
yeah, for sure.
100% agree.
Sure.
Yep. And Chris, I think that's kind of what you're saying is like, look, last thing you want to do is throw a young rookie, especially coming from an FCS school, like especially coming from a school like North Dakota. Like, I don't want all of a sudden get rid of Aiden O'Connell and then all of a sudden Geno goes down and Miller's our answer. Like, you might as well just watch the season goodbye because Miller's, if he has promise, let him sit and learn. Just let him sit and learn. Don't throw him into the wolves.
That's why you draft. You literally draft him for the long-term plan to see if he could potentially be someone down the line. There should be no plans for him to get any real time or reps or snaps this season, And honestly, I don't know. Do you think that we keep 3 quarterbacks or do you think we try to stash him on the practice squad?
I
and
think
if so, did someone get him? Huh?
I think we keep 3.
Keep 3.
It would be, in my opinion.
I agree. Yeah, if you spend a draft pick on him, you got to.
I think that's the biggest point, right? I think we drafted him, so you keep him. You keep him, and you make sure because on the practice squad, anybody can swoop him up.
Somebody, for sure.
It would be idiotic for them to let him go to the practice squad, someone swoop him up, and you just waste out on that.
Exactly. That's a good point.
So, Joel, hey, you're gonna walk on, all right, man. We're gonna see what you got. You got about 1 week left before big cuts, man. You get your ass over there. Let's see, Dixon. You're saying the playbooks can be very limited if AOC goes in. Yeah, maybe we'll see just kind of how Chip Kelly works. But at the end of the day, I think we all, like most of us, not all, because the nation is divided as always. But I think no matter what, you keep Aiden O'Connell on this squad. It may not have been the best decision to keep him as a backup, and that's on the front office, and that's on John Spidetech. But at the end of the day, if Cam Miller has any promise, I don't want to throw him in year 1. Let him learn and sit. And I just don't know how much more success we'd have if Cam Miller goes in there. If anything, you might break the kid down a little bit and not have him fully prepared if he does have promise. So, not in the building as well. What's going on? Appreciate you rolling with us. M85, good seeing you. Edgar, what's going on? You're saying AOC is not today's QB anymore. Outdated. And Money Chuck in the building as well. AOC is not even a good backup. His feet are made of lead. His arm is overrated. He has no clue how to throw the ball away when needed. So let's do this. And I think I've seen some new people in the building. If you are new, hit that hashtag new one just so we know you're new and appreciate you. Because if we see you in the comment section, we know that you're sub to one of us. And we definitely appreciate it. So let's do this. We talked about Ashton Jeanty, right? Now we got Chris Collier, Raheem Mostert, Zamir White, Dylan Labe, Sincere. We had some players flash in certain areas. And so overall, we talked about Jeanty. But, people have talked about Collier, Raheem Mostert got a little bit of work. Zamir White, 1 carry, 5 yards. Dylan Labe did at least some work on special teams. So, Chris, man, any thoughts? Chat, let us know. Hit that hashtag Raiders. Any thoughts on this running back room? Man, we might keep 4, and I think it's going to be this week 3 preseason matchup. It's going to be competitive in that running back room.
For sure. I think Labe showing some good work on special teams. You know, going down there making that tackle, that was big. Um, Collier, I think Collier. Definitely think he's going to be a man out. However, he's a guy that we may be able to stash. Mostert, to be honest, Zeus is looking all right. Zeus is looking a little bit better. I mean, of course, I want to see some more out of him, but as much as I like Mostert, like coming into the season when we signed him, I was happy. I feel like I'm not seeing that explosion that he used to have. Like he used to almost be like a guy I'm not gonna say like Chris Johnson, but it was like a guy that like when he got the ball, it's like that could be a home run. I didn't see that, and maybe it's just me. So
it's because he's older.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe that's it. But like I just
it-
always remember him as just being a home run threat. And like I don't see that burst anymore. So we'll see.
And that's the thing, right? I mean, a couple years ago, he kind of had that breakaway speed, but
he was out of there.
Older. And look, he's been injured so much, you just don't know how those injuries fully allow him to get back to what he used to be.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, to have the Mostert of a few years ago,
yeah, it's a different story.
I don't think it's going to happen, and so, but look, I think the one guy that's going to fight, and it looks like he's continuing to fight, Dylan Labe. Again, may not make it because of what he's doing at this specifically in the running back position, but man, he's getting down there making tackles on kickoff. I mean, he actually had a decent return, and they're putting him in the return game. He's back there enough to where are they really giving him a good look as a kickoff returner? And so, at the end of the day, I think it's a battle. You look at guys like Labe, Cecil McCormick, Collier. I think Ashton Jeanty, Raheem Mostert, Zamir White, I think there's a good chance that those three guys make the squad. But if there's one more running back that makes the squad,
Labe.
I think it might be between Labe, maybe Sincere McCormick. But man, if Collier just booms this last game,
yeah,
he might find himself a spot. And so,
Sincere, man, it's that daggone injuries, man, daggone injuries. But
it is.
And Collier, he's kind of smaller too, isn't he? He's not. He's I
think so. I could look at it. He
so
is
like
5'11", 203. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's bigger than I thought actually. So, okay.
So, and real quick, let's go Rebel, man. No excuses. However, Aiden O'Connell offensive line was Will Putnam, Antonio Mafi, Caleb Rogers, Charles Grant, and Thayer Mumford. The interior looks horrible. Raider Pete, man, you said watch Putnam. I think he can hike because he protects zero. Okay, Will Putnam was bad. Antonio Mafi,
oh my God, yeah,
bad.
Yeah, he did.
I will give it to Charles Grant and Thayer Mumford. They looked a little bit better. I'm not saying they're great. They looked a little bit better because game one was atrocious.
Yeah. it was about the same for me with Grant. I'm just like, he's not ready, man. He's not like he's not going to be ready at all this year. We need him to, just go through the workout plan, get his strength up. But yeah, if he has to come in at any point in time, like as a swing or whatever, wherever they're going to put him, we're in trouble. We're in trouble, man.
Yeah, but again, I'm just judging it like Thayer Mumford and Charles Grant. I think not saying they played great, but they were not as bad as that interior. I'm sorry, they were not as bad.
Oh no, that interior was ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
I mean, all the pressure that Aiden O'Connell was seeing, Cam Miller, like it all came up, basically from the interior of that offense, and that was tough. Raiders Junkie Cisco 2 preseason game, 3 interceptions. Yes, the interceptions by Aiden O'Connell were inexcusable, and that's where it is definitely tough. Remember, guys, hit that hashtag new one if you are new, man. I'm flying through these chats. You guys are flying quick with these chats. I apologize. I'm just trying to make sure that I kind of catch up as much as I can. So let's go down to the receivers. Chat, let me know or throw it in there. Again, hit that hashtag raise your can to catch my eye. I'll definitely bring it up. What were you guys' thoughts on the receiver room? Who'd you guys like? there's some young receivers. Again, Geno Smith did a good job sharing the football. I do have just some concerns that relates to one of our early draft picks, but we'll talk about that. But man, Chris, what was your first thoughts on the receiver room?
Okay, so if I think about it, I feel like if I remember right, Thornton, of course. I think that again, I see the potential in him. I do think he's still going to be a dog. I do think that the whole Trey Tucker thing, I think that's going to end up working. Once Chip Kelly kind of really starts cooking. Because again, we got to remember all this stuff's kind of vanilla for the most part. But I really think Trey's going to be a weapon this year. I really do. Bachman, not too sure about him. Jack Besh, he had a couple catches, didn't he? If I remember right, what did he do?
He had two, I believe.
Yeah, so he had 2 on 3 targets, so that's pretty good. Carter Runyon, I like what I saw out of him. He's a tight end and not a receiver. I like what I saw out of him. AOC missed that long pass to him, but then he came back to him that next play. So I did like that. Let's see what else. Oh, Colin Johnson.
The next one was that Quadra Ishmael, and he dropped that one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Went back to the place.
Yeah. Colin Johnson, I know he had a pretty nice play. He's a big physical guy. So, but all in all, man, I think we're pretty top heavy as far as guys that can make some things happen. Not sure how many receivers we're going to keep, but I think people like Colin Johnson, Bachman, Jackson, all those guys are going to kind of be fighting at the bottom for probably that last spot.
Yeah, Isaiah, you said I saw Zeus actually juke somebody. He did shake one person.
Yeah.
One person tried
he had a little wiggle, man. Yeah, a little wiggle.
The one carry for 5 yards. He did get somebody.
We'll give him credit. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, and I think there was a question about Kuntz. I think I might have passed it. I think it might have been Edgar. Man, when we get to the defensive side, put that back in the chat. We'll definitely talk about it. When we get to the defensive side shortly. So here's my thing. Is Jack Besh? He got involved a little bit. 2 catches, 21 yards. That's good. When you watch him, I'm just watching him try to get a little more separation. I want these quarterbacks. He was our second round draft pick. A second round draft pick has to have an impact right away. That's what you want him to have.
Yeah.
And you didn't see him flash until the second half, really. I think maybe late second quarter. So he's not running with the number ones. I think there's a plan later down the road with him. In my opinion, I think he is the Jacoby Myers replacement. I think that's why they brought him in. And so
I think that may be the plan, but I can't see him playing that role, honestly.
Well, I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm with you.
No, I feel you though. I definitely feel you.
But I think that's the plan. And so I think they're prepping him, and that's why we haven't seen a Jacoby Myers extension. I don't think we're going to extend him at all because I think that was the plan. Jack Besh is going to be the replacement. I don't agree with it, but it's
you said that from the beginning too. You said that from the day we drafted him. So
yeah, like I was sitting with Leo, and that was the first thing out of my mouth. I was like, damn it. But with Jack Besh, I want to see just more separation. He does a good job of finding the soft spots in zone and stuff. But when it comes to one-on-one, I want these quarterbacks to be looking at him majority of the time and just having the confidence that I can go there and I know he's going to have separation and I know he's going to be open. And that's what I'm hoping for, but I just don't see it in the last couple of game films. And so we'll see if he gets a lot of playing time in that third game. We're definitely going to see if he can make that happen.
That first, I almost feel like that first target for him, that he went on a fly, right? He had that one-on-one, didn't he? If I remember right, at the top of the
over his shoulder, and he dropped it.
Was it? Or
it was down the far sideline.
Okay, but I didn't think I thought it was just kind of. I thought it was overthrown a little bit, but I can't remember. You might be right though.
Yeah, and Martinez, man, yeah, no. It's Real Talk Raider Nation, man. All good, man. But I appreciate you. And if you sub to Chris, and hey, if you haven't, Everybody, make sure you guys sub to this other guy right here. This guy popping in with us right now.
Samir's in the building. What shirt you got
building.
on, man? What shirt you got on? He always got the fire joints for us, the Boondocks. Severe in the building.
What's going on? What's going on, gentlemen? Can you hear me?
Yep, you good.
Yes,
What's
sir,
going
yes,
on,
sir.
man? Hey, guys, if you guys haven't, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe. Severe popping in with us. You got Chris Tech Show podcast on Made of 5 Raider Real Talk Raider Nation, man. Severe, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. You know, at this walkthrough, my son's team, they have I have to be careful with my language because some things were banned. They have a joint practice with the team on Tuesday, so you know, we guys getting ready for that.
A joint practice? Uh-oh.
Yeah, a joint practice. You can't say a certain type of thing because yes, there was like recently. This is LA, so there's a stabbing at one of them. So they canceled all of them throughout. So, oh man, people. But I saw
football.
Somebody lose $10,000 on a game of 6-year-olds versus 6-year-olds. 10,000. Like that's how it goes down out here, man. So it's crazy.
Is that where is that where my man what's his name? What's his brother from what's his name, man? The one that snatched Crabtree's chain.
Aqib Talib?
Yeah, like him and his brother. You remember, like they got in a big fight. I think someone may have died at that.
Oh yeah, no, they shot somebody.
I don't know if that was out here. But it goes down there.
No, it was in Dallas. I was actually
it's a LA thing.
I was 20 minutes away from there when that went down because that's when I was coaching in Dallas.
Okay,
one of my boys hit me up.
Yeah.
One of my boys hit me up. You just hear what Aqib Talib's brother just did?
Yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah, it goes down, man.
Dallas, LA, all the same thing. All the same thing for Ohio kid, man. Way over there out west.
Real quick, Martinez, man. Hey, so if you sub to my channel, you have like a 1 minute waiting period before you can hit that chat. But man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you rocking with us. Super, what's going on, man? Good seeing you. Severe, man. Real quick, we've already kind of rocked through the offensive side, but real quick, offensive takes. We're just talking about receivers. I like Cedric Jackson. I actually do. Yeah. I think this kid's a guy that, like, as a depth piece, I like him.
Look, I said straight up, no, this is not going to happen. But I said I would take Cedric Jackson on the team over Alex Bachman. Not going to happen, but I personally would do that. You know, Alex Bachman is going to make the team. He's like a coach's like. He's like all those stereotypes you hear a lot about, like white receivers or white players. Like, oh man, he's first in, first out, high IQ, moxie, a coach's type of player. Like he's all of those things. You know, plus
the lunch pail,
exactly. Bring his lunch pail to work. Like all that. He's all that, but you know, he offers special teams value as well, and he's a guy he's like helping the young receivers along as well. So he offers all that other stuff, all like the coaches love. Plus, he's doing the type of stuff to help the team. And he's like, you know, he's paid his dues in the league. And I think Pete is the kind of guy that, you know what, he's going to reward a guy like that who's paid his dues, you know. And he's been around the organization a few years now. People know him. People in the building know him. I think they're comfortable with who he is character-wise, and they understand what he does bring. So sometimes, you know, you go with the devil you know rather than the devil you don't. But Cedric Jackson is definitely a guy that is a practice squad candidate, and no, I doubt if anybody picks him up. So I think we'll be able to grab him and throw him on the practice squad.
You know, when he caught that first preseason game, when he caught that screen and got it filled pretty quickly, I was like, oh shit! I honestly, it's on me. I had no clue who he was. Like I knew we had a number 4. I was like, oh shit, how's that guy? So I had to look it up, and I saw him. I'm like, damn. And he looks just very athletic. He looks very natural at that position. And again, we're not talking about starting material. We're looking at a depth piece. Now, I think between him and Alex Bachman, that's a hell of a competition. Yeah. I think Alex Bachman and salute to my guy, LA Raider 11. He hit me up. He sent me a message, and he's a guy that he played high school football at Osh Christian, which is just down the street from me. You know,
Bachman did. Yeah. He's from the 805.
Yeah. And so I did not know that he played at Osh Christian, which Osh Christian, I don't know if they still are. I think they're still very good. But man, back when I was in high school and coaching.
Yeah. Back then, yeah. They were there. Is that where Mark Sanchez went?
No,
or not? Or was that Jimmy? Was it Jimmy Clausen? Somebody went down there.
Jimmy Clausen. I don't know what. Yes, Jimmy Clausen was O's Christian. Yes.
Okay.
I played against his older brother.
Okay.
Terry Clausen, I believe his name was. But all the linebacker, outside linebacker from Green Bay with the long hair.
Clay Matthews.
Clay Matthews went there. All that stuff. But I pulled it back. But just watching Cedric Jackson, I think he just looks extremely natural at that position. Yes. He's fast. He's a 4.4 guy.
Yeah.
You know, but I think
he's a 4.3 guy.
Is he a 4.3 guy?
Yeah, he's a 4.3 guy.
But the hard part is Alec Bachman, he also brings his own heat to the table, right? I mean, he's just a workhorse. He's just a very dialed in receiver. He does a very good job of running his routes. And so, you know, at the end of the day, I think it's going to be a battle. And I'd actually, to be dead honest, I'd be happy with either one of them making kind of that last position.
But how tall are they and how long are their arms? This could be the deciding factor. Okay, it's like if they don't have long enough arms, like sorry.
Yeah. What up, Damien? What's going on, man? Appreciate you pulling in with us. Appreciate it. What up, Edgar? Man, I'm trying to see what's up. John, I see you. What's going on, man? Hey guys, now that Cincy is taking calls for okay, that was a topic we were going to talk about. So we kind of just finished up offense. We'll jump to the defensive side, but I mean, look, we'll cut it off real quick. We hit up offense, cool. We'll jump to the defensive side in a second, but let's talk about this topic, man. John, we were going to talk about it. That's kind of the hot topic right now. So chat, let me know. Would you guys want to go after Trey Hendrickson? Would you guys want to go after him? They're looking for trades. They're putting them out there because Cincinnati is an absolute mess over there. They have no clue I'll be honest. Like, have they signed? Was it a second rounder? Or was it a first rounder?
Yeah. They finally signed him. They signed him, and the fans want this guy I work with. He's a diehard fan, and everything that he's saying about this guy reminds me of Tyree Wilson. I think he's going to be a Tyree Wilson, man. Just everything that they're saying about him.
Shamar Stewart.
Yeah.
His name was?
No, yeah. That's how I felt about Michael. But people love Michael though. But I felt that way about Michael.
Yep. They say Tyree type guy.
So here's the thing. Trey Hendrickson, there's the hard part, is he's already said he kind of wants out, right? Yeah, he wants a new contract, but at the same time, he's already said statements that basically said, look, like this front office is somewhat just playing too many games and kind of screwing him over. He's made those comments that I'm not sure how Cincinnati kind of brings him back and into that locker room. So the question is, Cincinnati doesn't have much leverage now. So not only do you have to take on that contract, but at the same, and I think he's on his last year of his contract. Yeah. You know, you may not have to give up a first. You know, I mean, I think you might be able to get away with, you know, a third and a pretty good player in exchange. Someone with obviously some really good upside, but you got to take on that contract. And so, yeah, chat. Let me know. Would you take them on? And Severe, man, I'm gonna throw it to you first. You know, you popped in here right now. What are your thoughts? Would you take a flyer? What would you give up? I guess let's do this. Would you want to bring on Trey Hendrickson? And then if you did, what would you be willing to give up to take him? Chat, let me know. Hit that hashtag Raiders if you can. It'll catch my eye, and I'll definitely bring it up on the screen.
No, I'm gonna take a pass on Trey Hendrickson. I know I think he led the league in sacks last year. I think like 17.5 or something like that. But he's 31 years. Like he led the league in sacks. Really didn't make much of an impact for the team. It was already bad defensively. So not like those 17.5 did a whole lot. He's 31. I think he's either 31 or he's going to be 31 soon. He's going to command big money. We have to give up assets for him. So at this point, I don't think we're a win now team. Spytech talks all the time, ad nauseum about how much he loves his draft picks. I think Chris, alluded to it earlier when he was saying like he loved having 11. If he can have 11 every year, he would do it. So I don't think he's in the business of giving up draft capital for older players that are expensive. I think he's a guy that's going to look for value deals we kind of saw that with free agency this year, where we had the second most cap space and the highest free agent we signed, that wasn't traded for was Alex Kappa, right? And we were only willing to trade a third for Geno Smith, who is the most important player on the football field. So I doubt if we give up a third and like big money as well for Trey Hendrickson, who's already on, who conceivably is going to be on the decline very soon, and whose own team doesn't even want to bring him back.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the defense side too. Lunatic, you're saying where's Kuntz? I didn't see him. We're gonna talk about defense side. Jonathan Studios, what's going on, man? Said Tyree to Cincy for a 3rd round pick. All right, Jeremy, you're saying Tyree for Henderson in a 2nd rounder. You'll give a team-friendly deal to get out of Cincy. Pillaging just for fun. Forget Trey Hendrickson. Let's go get Micah Parsons.
But that's it. But why would he give a team-friendly deal to get out of Cincy when the whole reason he's not staying in Cincy is because they won't pay him enough? Yeah. Like that. So like he's not going to take less money to go somewhere else. He's not taking less money to stay where he's at, like the team that gave him a chance. So he's not going to take that would be like cutting his nose to spite his face. Like, I'm going to take less money to go over here. Like, no, that's not happening. So,
and he's already said he's willing to sit out.
Yeah,
I think he's actually come out and said, I will sit out if I don't get the contract.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's where it does make it tough. Let's see. Raiders don't have the assets to give Cincy in return. Let's see. All right. Now I'll kind of get to the rest of them. Well, let's see. Hold up. You got Black Superman. We have 35 mil. Please say from. Let's see. Pillaging. If we're going that route, I'd rather get Micah Parsons. Here's my thing. And Red Nation 10, you're saying we got rising stars like Andre Carter.
I like Andre Carter, but I want to say rising stars.
Yeah,
when we go to the defensive side, we're definitely going to talk about some of the defensive players as well. So I'm going to get to the rest of the chat. Appreciate you. I'm going to say one thing real quick. And Chris, I'm going to throw it to you. Is what's really tough is we have a shit ton of salary cap, but just because we lose someone like Christian Wilkins, we don't know what impact that's going to have. And we're only going to have him we will just sign Trey Hendrickson for 1 year. That's it. Do you instantly start him over Malcolm Kuntz because you brought Malcolm Kuntz in for 11 mil? It would technically be an upgrade. It'd be a massive improvement just to our front line. But I don't know if I'm willing, because I don't think we're, like Severe, you said, because this isn't our year. I really don't believe we're going to be lucky if we make the playoffs. I just don't want to dump that much money as a rental.
If we make the playoffs, it's because somebody sold their soul. Somebody.
It's basically a 1 year rental, and you can roll over salary cap and all that. I'm not a big fan of just bringing somebody in just for a 1 year rental, which I don't know whether or not that's going to be like the deciding factor. I'd much rather develop, right? Get someone in here that's going to develop. If people like Andre Carter, develop Andre Carter. If we have other guys that can play that edge rushing position and they could be a piece to the puzzle in a potential championship run the following year after, let's develop these guys. He's a 1 year rental that's going to have no piece of this if we do become a championship team the next 2-3 years. So, Chris, what's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, man. I mean, you both kind of hit it right on the head. Someone like him is a guy that you bring in when you just need to get that last piece, kind of like when, the Eagles went and got Saquon or, something like that, where like you're almost there and you just need something to kind of get you over that hump. I mean, let's be real, man. More than likely, we're probably going to be last in our division. I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, I know you guys are going to be mad at me for saying it. Yes, I am a Raiders fan, but I keep it real. But, putting him on the team, what's it really going to do? Honestly, I mean, we'll get more sacks and stuff like that, but, we're not going to be able to be sustainable. And like 805 said, if it's only a 1 year deal, then what are we doing? It's not really going to move the needle to the point where we're actually going to be competitive playing, games in February that matter, stuff like that. So I would say, like you said, let's continue focusing on the future, focusing on drafting, focusing on developing young players. That's how you win. That's how the Eagles got to where they are now. They drafted well and they developed. That's what you do. You do not win, by doing a whole bunch of trades. You do not win by doing a whole bunch of free agent signings. You got to build your foundation first. And I do like him as a player. Hell of a player, hell of a work ethic. He's a dog, but we're just not there yet. And that's all I got to say.
And that's the hard part. It's a 1-year rental. That means that you're going to be in contract talks. If you want to try to bring him in, he's going to want that big contract. Exactly. And we're most likely not going to give it to him. And if this Christian Wilkins shit bites us in the ass, because we don't know if we're going to get that money. If it bites us in the ass, now we just wasted all that cap space on a rental and we didn't develop more players.
Exactly. And we're, as Chris said, we're not one player away. Like, we're not a Trey Hendrickson away from being a great defense.
Exactly.
Like you have to decide, is Trey Hendrickson, because we're likely going to have to give up either Tyree Wilson or Malcolm Kuntz in the deal. We give up Tyree Wilson. Hey, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. But you have to make the decision going forward. Is losing that 3rd round pick that we're likely going to have to give up, and Tyree Wilson, whatever value you think he has, and the snaps that a guy like Malcolm Kuntz would lose. Like, is Trey Hendrickson worth missing out on all of that? So whatever potential you think Malcolm Kuntz has, however good you think Tyree Wilson is, and whatever you think we can do with that 3rd round pick. Now, whether or not you like this previous draft, we got some talent there. And I think we need to stack like at least 2 more of these kind of drafts, right? Last year, the Brock Bowers draft, we got great value and we got really good players. This year, I think we got some good players. Not the best value, but I think we got good players. If you keep stacking drafts on drafts, that's how you build your roster. Not making these like massive trades, right? So, like, if it's a sneaky trade, hey, for like a under the radar guy, okay, I'm good with that, but not for a guy that's 31, probably going to be on the decline in a year or two, right when we're hitting our stride. Like, then now you have this albatross contract around your neck, and you can't figure out, what you're going to do with it. So just continue to stack through the draft. If everybody's saying how much they trust Pete Carroll, how much they trust John Spytek, then trust them to build this thing correctly through the draft.
Yeah, and for sure. And honestly, if you think about it, like, if we did get Hendricks, like, we're talking about paying him at least double of what Kuntz is getting. Exactly. I mean, we really got Kuntz on a hell of a deal.
Exactly.
A hell of a deal. So let's take advantage of that. That's the whole point of being able to take advantage of that. Kuntz wanted to bet on himself. He came back. He wanted to be a Raider. And then paying this guy, double. I just don't see it. We're just not there yet.
So I will say, we went over the game film last week, and I remember somebody saying, I'm going to bring it up right now, Raider Nation 510, you said this before, Tyree Wilson is a top 10 player on the Raiders. You have to watch our game film, man. Please. Yeah. Just watch us break down game film.
Tyree Wilson might not be even a top 10 player on the defensive line. It's like, he may not be top 10 on the defensive line. Thomas Booker done shoved Tyree Wilson down the rankings.
Raider Nation 510, man, like, no.
Salute to you, man. Appreciate you coming through.
Stand on it.
Yeah, it's like, man, you got to watch.
People have their favorites. Everybody has their favorites on the team.
Everyone.
I've had some guys in the past where I'm like, hey, man, that's my guy. I'm hoping I'm pulling for him. Hey, man, that's fan favorite. Hoping that guy breaks out.
Exactly.
But
Mike Mitchell was mine. Mitchell was mine. Yeah. If you ask me, Mike Mitchell was one of the best Raider safeties ever. Just because that was my guy. That was just my guy. So.
Yeah, hey, I like Mike Mitchell too. I thought he was going to ball. It's not because he rocked my number, 33 back in the day, but I thought he was going to be damn good. But the thing is he may not have worked out with us, but then he went and played for the Steelers and actually did pretty good.
He had a good career.
Damn, like, was it just our coaching? Because coaching plays a massive role in the development of these players.
Like Darius Hayward-Bay did the same thing too. Went to the Steelers, had a very long career.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ray Nation 510. Hit that notification. Check in with us later this week because we got some game film to break down. And trust me, there will be Tyree Wilson on there. We'll have a little bit of fun. All right. So let's do this. We kind of talked about that. Let's see. And at the same time, I'll kind of finish it with this. The biggest stickler on this whole thing with Trey Hendrickson is I wouldn't trade draft picks. I don't want to give up any draft picks for a rental because I want to develop and have all the draft picks to be able to develop young talent and build through the draft. And so I'm not giving up any draft picks for a 1-year rental. So, Loon, you're saying Eagles just made another trade with Houston. What was the trade, man? I don't know. Do you guys know what the trade is?
I think they got that receiver.
They got John Mechie, receiver from Alabama. They traded our boy Harrison Bryant.
Oh shit, did they?
Yeah, they got Mechie. So I mean, it's like Mechie's he probably wasn't gonna make. I don't want to say make. He probably wasn't gonna make the team. You think about they got
they drafted 2 receivers this year.
Yeah, Nico Collins. Yeah, they got Nico Collins. Yeah. Then they signed Christian Kirk, and I think they're anticipating Tank Dell coming back at some point this year. So with that plus Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel. Like the receiver room is full, so I think they just needed another tight end because Dalton Schultz is perpetually hurt. So you get another tight end in there to kind of contribute. I think that would be good for them.
Damn. So Tank Dell's not going to be there in the beginning of the season, huh?
Nope. I don't believe so because he got hurt late, and it was like a nasty,
bad one too. Yeah,
nasty.
Because I got the Rams beating them in week 1, but I was kind of worried because I don't know what Stafford's going to do. So But I'm glad that Tank's not playing, so that helps. That helps me feel a little better.
Let's see, Lauren, you're saying we may add some secondary after the cuts. Now, hey, that's a good little segue. Let's rock and go into the defensive side. Isaiah, you talked about Malcolm Kuntz. Loon, you basically said the same thing. Where's Malcolm Kuntz? And so I'll go ahead and share the screen. We'll try to take a look at some of the stats, and then we'll talk about defense. And so I'll share the screen just a little bit. Not sure if you guys can see it. I apologize. If you can't remember, the only reason why we're in this format is one, because for some of you that know that we review film, we break down game film, we look like we might have tricked YouTube a little bit, and they didn't ding us. The last time we broke down game film, they didn't shut down, they didn't demonetize that video. So I think we're safe in doing it in this format and the way that we show it. And so, but take a look. Chris Smith, seven total tackles, 7 solo. Tommy Eichenberg, 7 tackles, 4 solo. Where's Coach? Where's Coach sipping?
My
Coach
God.
Show up. Yeah, Coach.
My God. Yeah, Coach.
Coach Jamba ain't gonna show up.
Where is he?
Think, man.
You know his ears are ringing right now.
Coach is somewhere with a tall glass of bleach. Just
mixing his Jamba juice.
Exactly.
Let's see. You got Charles Snowden. 6 total tackles, 6 solo. Joel Edmonds coming in, 5 tackles.
He made a couple
solo.
Players. He made a couple players.
Yeah, he did.
Isaiah Paul-Mal getting in the mix. Landon Roberts had one really good play early in the game.
Yeah.
Coming downhill. Andre Carter, definitely something we're going to talk about. Yeah. Thomas Booker. So we can kind of go down the line a little bit, but at the same time, chat, let me know what your biggest takes are from the defense side of the ball. A lot of people are talking about the secondary. Chris, man, I'm going to throw it to you first. Let's talk about the interior line first. We'll kind of go in segments, right? We'll go interior, we'll go linebackers, then the defensive backs. What are your thoughts? Any big takes from the interior defensive line, even from edge rushers?
From the interior line, my man, what's his name? Butler. Butler had a play. He hit a play early on. But one thing I will say, Booker, I saw Booker got the start. I think he may have had a play, but he didn't make too much of an impact. From a lot of the plays that I saw. I'm trying to think. I feel like Jonah had a nice play.
He did.
Yeah, he had a
real nice play.
Very nice play.
And the thing is, it's hard to really judge the interior line until you really go back and really watch the film, because
exactly.
unless they get like a tackle for loss or they really blow up the offensive line, it's hard to really know their impact. But just off the top of my head, that's I remember those plays. I'm trying to think. Someone else made God. Well, no, Carter. Is Carter an end?
Yeah, he's an end. But
But
you talk about whoever you want to talk about. Anybody on the line at this point.
So those are the guys that kind of just stood out to me, just with making like some splash plays.
And Severe, I'll throw it to you, but I do want to say this because we talked about the offensive line a little bit earlier. I think the starting offensive line did a better job, and we broke down some game film with JPJ week 1, and there was definitely some concerns. Yeah. I want to throw this out there and talk. I think he did better this week. Just as a whole, that offensive line did better. Now they're going against backup defensive linemen. I think the only starter was their left edge rusher. Obviously, Bosa wasn't starting. So take it for what you will, playing against backups, the majority of backups. But JPJ played better this season, or I'm sorry, this game. And the game film's going to show it, and we're going to break down game film later this week. So, guys, just check in, be prepared for that. And so I just want to throw that out there. I didn't say it before. So anytime that we point something out, if it does get better, I definitely want to give them their credit as well. And Chris, to your point, right? It's hard unless you truly break down the game film. You don't know what impact they have. And the one thing that I will say is I cannot stand whoever that announcer is that's with Rich Gannon and Kurt Morrison. The other guy.
Oh, yeah. The other guy.
I cannot stand that guy because the amount of times that he gave like Booker just all this credit. He gave Tyree Wilson credit when he wasn't even in the tackle.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's what I'm saying. They were making it seem like Booker was like doing like
Booker and you can see like that has it's like when if you watch a boxing match and like if you watch, sometimes you have to watch it without the sound because the announcers give credit for activity that's like not effective. Mm-hmm. So they're like, oh my God, look at the left hook. Like, bro, he like keep blocking. Like he didn't land.
Right.
Like,
right.
Like look at it. You look at it all you want to, but it didn't do anything. So sometimes people it's like, it's that they can have an effect. That's why like all these people like, man, you see Tyree Wilson?
Oh my because if you listen to the announcers, they will make you think that he really is doing,
And he made like a play or two in the run game. I give him credit for that. He made a play.
He played better. He definitely played a lot better.
Compare, Greg and Tyree on the curve. He definitely played better. Definitely played better. But man, I think I mean, obviously you guys brought up Carter already. I think Booker was solid. The fact that he is in the running for a starting position that is concerning. I don't think he's not a guy I want like starting on a regular basis, but as a rotational guy, I think he's more than serviceable, especially when we get Fotu back at 100%. Adam Butler, I think he looked get out there. My dog JJ Pegues. That I think that dude's gonna be a problem. I think that dude's gonna be a problem pretty soon. I think he's still getting his bearings, but I think once he starts figuring it out, that dude he's big, he's powerful, and he's aggressive and he moves well for a guy that size. So I think he's going to be a problem. Max had a real nice play. Carter had a real nice play. Jonah had a real nice play. I'm trying to think of some other people that had some nice plays. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. But I don't think our D line, I don't think it's going to be a problem. We do need to generate more pass rush, but I think we were better against the run this year. I mean, this week, we weren't facing Helani, so like that good. Obviously, that dude is like that dude. I think this last game he cooked whoever they played this week too. So, maybe he's just that good, but we'll kind of see. But we do need to generate a better pass rush. I did not see Ja Joyner out there, which makes me think I don't know if the Raiders are stashing them or what the situation is there where it's like, hey, we want him on the practice squad. Maybe they don't think he's going to make the 53, but they want him on the practice squad, so they're not going to put him out there a whole bunch. When they cut him, he'll clear waivers and they bring him back. I don't know if that's the case, but we'll kind of see what happens going forward. But the defensive line, it was a solid outing. I was more impressed with what they did this week than what they did in week 1.
So when it comes to just my assessment of the defensive line, and I know there's a lot of talks going back and forth about Tyree. Look, at the end of the day, you guys know when you see Tyree do something, it's not just about the one or two plays that kind of flash, right? Like there was a one play where he got some really good pressure on the quarterback. Really good pressure.
Yeah.
Bull rushed the crap out of the offensive guard, number 75. Damn good, right? Yeah, come to find out, that guy's like third or fourth on the depth chart. So if you're bull rushing and beating the piss out of someone that's third and fourth string, do you get excited? I mean, at the end of the day, he had the one play where he did. The tight end tried to chop him, just like we saw last week. The tight end tried to chop him down. It was a zone away. The running back had to cut back, and Tyree was there. Okay, good play.
Yeah,
give it to him, right? But outside that, he is still one-dimensional. He still has absolutely no impact at the point of contact when the ball runs his way. He's still getting manhandled across the board. So when you make plays 5% of the time against backups, that's nothing to get excited about. Yeah. So, some of the people that are out there, Raider Nation 510, we just mentioned you, but look, go back and you also have to compare the caliber of talent he's going up against and look at the entire tape, not just the one play that he looked pretty good. And the announcer said, hey, look at Tyree doing something when he did absolutely nothing. Let's look beyond just the 1-2 flash that he had against some backups. And again,
Lord, oh my God, look who just entered the chat.
Oh, no, I don't even want to.
He definitely put on a show. He definitely put on a show.
I don't even want to scroll down. I'm going to. And so let's see, Loon, you hit that hashtag Raiders, man. I appreciate it. You said that was outstanding against the run, only giving up 64 yards total versus the 49ers. Daniel Kim, how did Tonka Hemingway look? I watched the game film probably 6 times.
Yeah.
And he looked okay. He
looked like a rookie.
Yeah. But he did extremely well week 1. This one, he did pretty good. A couple plays that he got in. But at the end of the day, sometimes
it has a motor.
Yeah, and sometimes it's also situational. There's times where you just get more opportunities where the ball actually comes your way, right? And so it's just a matter of how you take advantage of those opportunities. Let's talk about Booker. To me, I think Booker is completely one-dimensional. And again, we're going to talk about it when we break down game film. He's got a motor. Without question, he is going to chase the ball, right? Again, like the commentator, I think he chased Brock Purdy to the sideline. Well, if you look at the snap, if you look at what he did when the first 2.5 seconds,
he got beat.
One-dimensional.
Yeah, he got beat. Yeah,
he got beat. What happened? Brock Purdy got out the pocket and he chased him the sideline.
Yeah,
good hustle.
Yeah,
but he's got nothing at the point of attack, and that you saw it throughout the entire game. Is he gets a good get off. He can get off the ball really quickly, but he gets stalemated all the time.
That's exactly what I saw.
And he gets washed down. He doesn't have the greatest balance against the zone. And the problem that I'm seeing is he's so aggressive at the snap. The offensive linemen do a hell of a job on the zone scheme of sealing him off, and he gets caught. You see it multiple times. And so and you just hear the commentators just kind of continue to kind of beef him up, and it's just like, but he's really not doing anything out there. He made the one tackle 10 yards downfield, and it's because he got his ass stalemated at the line of scrimmage and couldn't get any penetration into the backfield, and he just released off his block and went and made a tackle. Good hustle, I'll give him that, but he still was just non-effective majority of the game. I think Jonah Laulu is going to have a really good chance at starting opposite of Adam Butler. But what's funny is Jonah Laulu made that one really good play. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
He really didn't get in the game much at all.
Yeah.
I think I started counting after that snap, and I think he only got 3 more plays after that. So I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe they're trying to get some reps through other people. Man, Charles Snowden, 50-50. He had 6 tackles, but he had some plays that were just very, very undisciplined. Mac Jones, fake handoff one way, booted back the other way. Charles Snowden got beat around the corner by Mac Jones. Mac Jones ran for a 6-yard gain, and Charles Snowden just got caught. It's like, if Mac Jones is beating you to the edge, we got a problem. Then there was a pitch to the short side around him. He completely lost contain, didn't set the edge well. And so we saw kind of hit or misses from Charles Snowden. So it kind of remains to be seen just kind of how well he's going to end up doing. But one guy that flashed, and we'll just see how much playing time he gets this week 3 game against the Cardinals, is Andre Carter. He actually had a pretty good game.
He did.
Again, we're talking about backups, going against backups, but he's a backup himself. He's just fighting for a spot.
Yeah.
And I think he did well enough to potentially find himself a spot on this roster, potentially in that rotation. And so when it comes to the front line, man, those were kind of the notes that I had kind of overall. So let's do that. Let's go to and I see everybody else, man. Mr. TC, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming in through here, man. Appreciate you guys. Over 200 in the building, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Chose notifications. You got Chris Tech Show Podcast. Got The Severe Raider. I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk Raider Nation. We're just recapping the preseason game, but during the week, hit that notification because we're going to go over game film. We're going to clip up a bunch of plays and just kind of show you some of the good, the bad, the ugly as it relates to our game against the 49ers. What's going on, Space Beast in the building as well, man? Good seeing you in here. What's happening, man? You saying Chris in slow motion a little bit? I think it might get a little choppy here and there, but I think he's back to normal. Joseph C. Carter was impressive. Yeah, he was. Sack, a couple really good plays on the in the run game. Definitely good, without question. What up, Raider Ryan, man? I see you. What's going on, man? Daniel Kim, you're saying, in your opinion, how do we stop getting got in the middle of the field? It was a huge problem last year too. Are you talking about pass coverage?
Yeah,
that's what I'm assuming. I have my opinion on that, and so do you guys want to take a shot at that? I can give my opinion.
Yeah, for me, I'll go ahead.
No, go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, like for me, it all starts with the pressure. I think Brock. Was Purdy? Yeah, Purdy looked comfortable. He was back there. He was in the pocket. Granted, the secondary did not play that well, but when you got a quarterback that is just that comfortable, I mean, he was able just to pick. I mean, he was able to choose who he wanted to throw it to. So, but again, in preseason, you're not going to show all your exotic blitzes. You're not going to show, your exotic coverages and things like that. However, I just think that starting defense as a whole, they just didn't look that good. I mean, we weren't getting pressure. It wasn't sticky coverage. Not overly concerned right now, but I definitely am worried about week 1. You guys keep hearing me talk about week 1 because everyone thinks, just that 1-0 is going to be for sure since it's the Patriots and, they're coming off a bad season. I think, that's going to answer a lot of questions, man. It's going to answer a lot of questions. So we'll see how that works.
All right, let's go real quick. Jim, you're saying he was Jordan Davis's backup in Philly. Yes, he was a backup. And he's playing like a potential backup. I think Jonah Lolu is going to take that spot. Yeah, and so that's just kind of what I see. And he's going against backup offensive linemen too. Yeah, and still not really getting a push and contributing consistently enough. Let's put it that way. Brandon and Hank, you're saying we're getting cooked in the middle. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. So, all right, Severe Man, before I give mine, what's your thoughts on it?
I mean, I think some of it is our linebackers being overly aggressive. I don't think they're getting enough depth. Also, we were in like a super vanilla cover 3 a lot of times. Kyle Shanahan, he knows how to beat that. I think on one play, I think it was Landon Roberts got beat by Ricky Purcell. Yeah, he got beat by, and it was I think he was running out to the flat, and Ricky Purcell just stopped his route, and like it was wide open in the middle.
Yeah,
of the field.
Yeah.
And it was another play. I think I forgot who the pass got completed to, but Devin White was in there, and he got too. I think he got too aggressive on trying to cover another wide receiver. Didn't get enough depth, so they were able to complete the pass right over the top. So it's just little stuff like that. I think once we get into the season, and I don't think it's going to get much better, to be honest with you, but I think it'll be a little bit better just because I think we'll mix some stuff up. We'll like match zones and do stuff like that. And And no doubt, I think that will mitigate it a little bit. But at the end of the day, I think still secondary isn't great. Pass rush has not been great, and we probably need help at corner, maybe at linebacker too. Especially the linebacker, definitely depth-wise, because behind the Landon, Jamal, and Devin White, we got nobody. So we're gonna be scouring the waiver wire.
Yeah. And so I'm kind of give my take really quick. Here's the thing. Is I think we have set up our defense with our linebackers and our secondary in a way that offenses are going to understand we're going to lean on the zone defense. We're going to lean on zone coverage for probably 85% of the game. And I think that's going to be to our detriment. I think a lot of offensive coordinators are going to understand we're not going to be good in man-to-man coverage. Jeremy Chinn's not good in man-to-man coverage. Our linebackers, Devin White, Jermaine Pratt, they're not good in man-to-man coverage. Isaiah Paul is going
to Jamal Adams isn't either.
Yeah. So what offensive coordinators are going to know is that unless they see us crowd the line of scrimmage, unless they see us walk up 80 to 85% of the time, we're going to be in zone, which means receivers are going to be able to sit in the soft parts of the zone all day long. Like that's what they're going to be prepared for. And I think that's when we see us get when we're soft in the middle, that's because receivers understand how to kind of sit in the soft parts of the zone. And I'm telling you, we're going to see it all season long because we're not going to be we don't have Nate Hobbs, right? Nate Hobbs was good in man-to-man. He was able to lock onto the hip of a receiver. Even though Jack Jones was very undisciplined, he was athletic enough to stay man-to-man with the receiver, not all the time, but enough. We were athletic enough to know that we could switch into a man defense. Eric Stokes, not a good man corner. Darian Porter right now is more of a zone corner than actual man-to-man corner. So I think that's what's going to really hurt us as the season goes on is we are more geared to be a zone coverage type of defense.
Yeah.
And good offenses and smart receivers are going to be able to expose that. So that's
that's true. And the thing is, if that is our plan, if that D-line doesn't get after it, we are going to get cooked all season. All season.
I'm with you, and I see Coach. Okay, this is what you guys. Yeah, he's in the building now. We're talking about defense. We just talked about D-line. Maybe we need to start talking about some linebackers. Raid Nation 10, man. He's the Mad Max and Scott Tyree Wilson's back. I'm not sure how you get
does he?
Like, didn't even bring him on the podcast outside of all the D linemen he brought on his podcast and Tyree. And look, Raid Nation 510, you're all saying y'all don't speak on Max Crosby getting pancaked. Go back and watch his pull game film last season. There was plenty of times where we actually did not like what Max Crosby was doing.
Oh yeah,
overrunning quarterbacks, jumping out of his run lane. Yeah. Oh, we will point Max Crosby out when we need to. Don't put that out. Don't put that out there. So
we call everybody out. Everybody. Nobody's safe.
Let's see, John Fowler.
We're not GMs or scouts, so we don't know what we're talking about. Just keep that in mind as well. Right. We're not scouts, so we don't know what we're talking about at all.
Not sure if you guys heard about Green Bay's made a serious. We'll see what Green Bay pulls off. Cowboys
would never do that. They would have to it would have to be a Ricky Williams type trade, to Green Bay. Of all teams, Green Bay, they're not good. Green Bay, the Eagles, they're not doing that they're not gonna do that. It feels like the Cardinals. Maybe.
All right, cool. Daniel Kim. Yeah. Cool. I'm just glad we addressed that question. Right. All right, Coach. We're going to talk about some linebackers. Let's let's go back. Let's go back. I'll pull up some of the stats a little bit. It's already up there. So Tommy Eichenberg. Hey, look, 7 total tackles, 4 solo. Atlanta Roberts came downhill, made a good play. I think Devin White played a better game this week. He wasn't necessarily in on tackles, but he was definitely around the ball to where if the first guy, I think it was a play where Max Crosby made that Devin White was the next guy in. Did a really good job getting downhill to potentially make a play. So I think Devin White did a better job this week. And so Severe, I'm not sure who I went through first last time. Severe. All right. I'm going to give you the floor because obviously Coach has been waiting for this moment.
Tommy Ami.
What was your thoughts on the linebacker group? Chat, let me know as well. Hit that hashtag Raiders. I'll definitely bring it up. All right, Severe. Hey, man, you got the floor.
Yes.
Cook.
Yes. Man,
I was in the live chat with him while all this was happening. So go ahead, Cook, Severe.
I mean, like, so I'll start with our starters. I think obviously they're going to struggle in pass coverage. They're going to struggle in pass coverage. That's part of the reason why we're going to have to play a lot of zone, because I don't think any one of those guys you trust in man coverage against, any type of skill player in the league, So that's going to force us to play in zone. But all those guys are physical players. They like to play downhill. You can see Jamal Adams and Landon too. Not as much with Devin White, but those guys are like super smart, very instinctual, especially Jamal. You see it. I think if we can generate some pass rush, I think we'll be okay, especially in the run game. Pass coverage is going to be a struggle all year. But behind those guys, my God, Tommy Eichenberg had a stretch of linebacker play. Like, this is some of the worst linebacker I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, I was like, how is this guy in the league? Like, how is he still on the roster? How is he included?
The ISO play was nasty.
Oh my God. He had a lane on the runner. Like, this is the stuff like safeties and linebackers, the stuff they dream of. Like, it's like one-on-one in the hole. No blocker. Just you and him. And this dude whiffed. And I'm like, this is your game. Like, this is not, he got to move out in space and he got to do, like, that's not really his game, right? But he's supposed to be this Big Ten, neck roll type of linebacker, come downhill. I'm going to hit you hard. And, I'm not the best moving left and right, but straightforward. If I get that's your game. That's your lane. This is like Steph Curry missing like threes. Like, he's just freaking, like, bro, this is you. What we got you for? So, and he just whiffed. It's like, bro, you're useless. At this point, you're useless. What are you doing here? Like take a hike. Go be a quality control coach. Go be a GA at a college somewhere. Start working on that. Because if you can't make that hit, and it's not like we're talking, this is like Derrick Henry, Najee, like Omarion Hampton. Like, it's not one of these guys. Like, this is like a guy that's going to be a practice squad runner somewhere. Like, this is like some average back, and you can't make this hit. I got nothing to do. Sorry, coach. Get your boy. Get your boy. All right. Send him a plane ticket. Get him back to Ohio.
Now, hey, as a representative of Ohio, we do not want him back. Y'all keep him out west.
All right, Chris, man, what's your thoughts on linebackers? Obviously, Sabir had a lot to say about good old Tommy Ami. What's your thoughts on linebackers before I kind of give my take?
Severe cooked, and with you being a linebacker yourself, I'm gonna let you cook as well. But overall, just real quick, high level.
I don't even bring up the push. We pushed the guy for a first. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. He pushed the guy to a first down. Like, think about this. He did the push in reverse. He did a reverse touch. This is the rules committee needs to ban this play. They tried to ban the other one. They need to ban the reverse tush push. That should be a penalty. It should be a penalty. And the guy should be disqualified from the game.
Oh man. Make sure he ain't got no parlays in, man. But it's real talk, man.
I'm telling you.
Well, speaking of, I had a bet in. I gotta check. Wait, Chris, what are you talking? I gotta check.
He bet the over. Moody messed him up. Moody did him in.
Yeah.
So Moody probably bet the unders. Because when it's time to win the game, Moody hit it. No, the first we need to do an investigation. Look, Trump, you want to investigate? You want to send ICE somewhere? Send ICE to the Raiders game, investigate these players, see what they're doing. All right, because I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all.
Nah, man.
Yeah, I hit my under. All right.
You did it?
You go. Yeah. Hey, that Giants game.
Baseball?
Giants.
With the baseball?
Yep. Giants Rays.
I'm telling you, that's easy money.
Under.
What the first 3 innings?
First 3 innings.
That's
2.5
easy
under.
money, man. They just give money.
It.
But
man, go for it.
Yeah, just like I said, just real quick, man. Yeah, that was an issue when we kept signing, those type linebackers, because it's like they all kind of have a similar skill set. They all, they can all, roam the field. They're good downhill guys, but none of them are really known for, being coverage guys. None of them. You know what I'm saying? and that's a concern, honestly. And that's why I'm like, okay, well, Jamal, at least he was a safety, so at least he has a good understanding. But even him's like, he was always known as being kind of shaky, from a coverage standpoint. So yeah, I am worried about that. And the thing is, if we're playing a lot of zone, it's going to be tough, especially if we do not have that up front. If those guys aren't getting after it, we're going to see a lot of that, like we saw the other day with the quarterback comfortable and just picking them apart, especially if we're playing against a good offensive coordinator and good veteran wide receivers. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. So again, I'm hoping that it's just because it's preseason, a lot of vanilla. Again, Patrick Graham is a guy that's known for a lot of exotic type defenses. Does he have the personnel that likes to do that stuff? I don't know. But then again, is Pete Carroll, does he have his hand on his defense more than usual? Because it seems like Pete Carroll wants a certain type of player, and it seems like those type of players are different than what Patrick Graham has wanted in previous years. So, are we even ever going to get those exotic things that Patrick Graham? Because you usually do that type of stuff when you have continuity, guys that really know your system, that's been there for a few years. We really don't have that. So I don't know, man. Just kind of going to the linebackers. We'll see. But I just like 805 said, I think it's going to be a lot of zone. And I think, we're going to have to depend on getting a pass rush.
So, and here's my thing when it comes to just the linebacker play. Again, it sucks. Whatever we're seeing, we were playing a lot of backups when it came to the 49ers. And so it is tough. Severe to your point, right? Tommy Eichenberg, man, if you want to have any staple in this defense and potentially press at all for a starting position, that goal line play you need to make.
You got to make it.
As a true linebacker, you got to make it.
Yeah.
So look, maybe he truly is just a backup. Maybe that's what Tommy Eichenberg is going to be, is a backup. And that's fine. Look, you need backups on the team as well. You want to see him make that play. At the same time, he's a fifth round draft pick. So at the end of the day, he's at best a developmental guy. The push for the first down's tough. Joseph C., he gave him the first down because he wanted to hit more people. That's positive thinking. We're staying positive, apparently. John,
then he didn't hit him. It's like
John Severe just likes to get. He's passionate. He's passionate.
Have a coronary, a pulmonary, all of that.
But here's the thing is, and someone said something about Amari Gainer. We didn't see a whole lot of Amari Gainer. I don't know.
I don't think I saw him at all. I don't think.
There's something going on in practice that obviously they don't see in him to give him enough playing time. There's a good chance that Amari Gainer might be hitting the practice squad this year. We'll see. But here's the thing. When it comes to Tommy Eichenberg, what I will say is I like the quickness. I don't think I've seen Tommy Eichenberg quicker than I've ever seen in the past. He looked like he got to the ball quicker. He just looked like he was playing more free out there. There's a couple times there was a boot back. They threw it in the flats. He was there, open field tackle. Very good tackle. There was one where he blitzed off the edge, cut inside. I think it might have been the tight end or there was a blocker there. I don't know exactly who it was, but cut inside, made a good tackle in the run game. He just looks quicker, which is good. But again, to Severe's point, if you want to have some sort of staple in his linebacker room, the goal line play you have to make. You want to see him just be a little more of a headhunter if he wants to be able to press Alandon Roberts or even Jermaine Pratt for a spot as a starter. But as it stands right now, I think he's going to make the team. What he did this last game, I think is going to allow him to potentially make the team. He should get a ton of playing time week 3. This next game is the Cardinals. I want to see him play at least 3 quarters. And just continue to build off of what he did this game. And again, at best, I think he's a backup. So I do like the fact that he was flying around, playing a little more free, making some plays, having an impact. And let's just kind of see how it works out week 3. But based on what we saw, I think there's a good chance. And that's also because, there is one guy that played actually well, played well last week and played pretty well this week. And again, he might make it just purely for a special teams aspect, but he did make a couple plays towards the tail end. And this is a guy I'm going to be watching for against the Cardinals is Michael Barrett. He's the guy from Michigan. I mean, he flew around. I think he was our leading tackler last week, and he flew around, made a couple plays this week. So he could just be a special teams guy, but could he make that just kind of final linebacker in that linebacker room? We'll kind of see how it works out. But definitely got me watching week 3. So let's go to let's see. All right, Raiders Santana. Mark Gainer played a ton on defense. Did he? I don't know. Maybe I'll have to go back and watch. I don't know if I saw a lot of them. Maybe I'll have to go back and watch.
I feel like I didn't hear his name if he did play. Like I'd have to go back and watch, but I don't remember hearing his name at all, honestly.
Yeah.
But even watching the game film, because I rewind each play damn near 4, 5, sometimes 6 times just to watch, the majority of players and just kind of see who's flying the football. And I just I didn't notice him. Doesn't mean he wasn't on the field, but man, going back and watch it, I didn't really even see him getting much playing time.
And the thing is, he usually flashes because he's running around. You know what I'm saying? He usually gets
twitchy.
After it. Yeah, he is.
He's
so,
twitchy too. So
so it's surprising that I didn't notice him, to be honest. But I mean, salute the Raider Nation 5'10". You might be right. I can't verify it.
Well, I'll trust me. I'm going to go back and clip the plays, so I'll definitely be watching over again. And if I'm wrong, if he did get a bunch of playing time, then man, I'll say I'm wrong, 100%. Mark Gainer's too athletic for this defense.
Man, exactly.
That's some positive thinking right there. I like it.
Exactly.
Jeremy, who is the other linebacker we drafted this year? That is
Cody Lindenberg.
So definitely a guy I wanted us to draft, but again, I think he's just a really good. He's a project.
Yeah.
And so, all right, let's see. Cool. Let's go to secondary. All right, guys, chat. Let me know what your thoughts on the secondary. I definitely got my notes. But let's go. I think, Chris, I went for you. Did I go to you for last time for linebackers? Oh no, I went
to me for my soliloquy.
Of course, I went to this guy first. So, Chris, man, any thoughts on the secondary, man? Obviously, we got Eric Stokes, got him in free agency. Darian Porter, 3rd rounder. What are your initial thoughts on the secondary? Chat, let us know as well.
So Jeremy Chin had a heck of a play. Love that pick.
That was a hell of a pick.
Yeah, and I mean, he's not even a guy that's really known for being a real like ball hawk like that. But I mean, he made a hell of a play. So I love seeing that. Chris Smith, man, he was around the ball. He had some good plays. I like what I saw there. Palomal to me was I almost feel like just this tackling coming up, bad angles. I didn't necessarily like what I saw from him. From a corner standpoint, to be honest, what's his name? The guy that they're pumping up, that Kelly.
Kelly.
Yeah, he had a couple of nice plays. I noticed. Trying to think who else. Porter, not necessarily on corner, but special teams.
Hell yeah.
That dude was he was getting down there. So I like what I saw from Porter from that standpoint. Darnay Holmes didn't look that good. Like the way he was playing, like for someone that may need to be our starting nickel. I don't know, man. I mean, cause he was playing deep into like the 3rd quarter.
He was in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it's not, and he didn't look all that good. Not to a starting level type performance. So I'll be interested to see more of him, to see what he does. But that's about it for the most part. I'm trying to think if anyone else really stood out. Trey Taylor. How did he win that award in college? No, seriously. Trey Taylor he doesn't look He didn't look that good to me.
The
same
way Alex Leatherwood won the Outland Trophy.
Good point. Good point. Good point, man. Trey probably won't make the team. Trey's not gonna make the team, man. And I actually was kind of excited about him, man. So, but yeah, he wasn't.
Yeah, and so we got Rock Stokes. Stokes was getting picked on, and he didn't respond well.
Man.
Joseph C. Palomelo looks shaky, taking very bad angles. Raider Nation 510. JT Woods does really nice job running versus wide receivers. Just needs to continue to build his confidence. James and the Bill, and the one thing that bothers me about losing against the 49ers, I got to hear about it. We lost them here in 2009, Stockton, California. Jonathan Studios, hitting Trey Taylor with some question marks. And I think, Chris just kind of touched on that a little bit. Chef, man, you're saying D Cam was out there scared to tackle against second stringers. Look, Raider Nation 510, Trey Taylor had that one play. He came in.
Yeah, no.
Simultaneously hit the receiver at contact. But outside of that, it was really hard to find him, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So,
he was getting dogged.
Jeremy, you're saying, I don't think YouTube is properly unifying the streams across all three channels. I'm subscribed to all three, but only see. Okay.
Yeah. Whoever's channel you're on, you're gonna see their chat, unfortunately. So if you want to see like my chat or Chris's, be careful if you're around kids, on Chris's chat. Words wise, but
my chat's been on their best behavior, man. They've been good, man.
But yeah, you have to go to those other channels, unfortunately.
808 Raider, the one thing I don't like about this regime is they cut players and have no answer for replacements. Blaine Bennett could have got a slot corner of the draft. What up, Rafa? What's going on, man?
Salute
to you. Appreciate the super chat, man. Hey, guys, make sure you guys go check out Rafa's channel, man. Appreciate you, Rafa, rolling in with us.
Yes, sir, my guy, Rafa.
Look, I'll say something about Darren Porter, man. Go watch the game film, and guess we'll clip it up, man. I got some concerns with him and his tackling ability. I had some concerns when we drafted him. I posted a video on it.
He's green. He's real green.
He is. But there was one got early in the game and attempted a tackle. He just kind of laid in front of the guy, and he also got beat on a pitch play to his side. We saw that week one.
Oh yeah,
which was a really bad angle, 1-on-1. You're sitting there going, okay, rookie, first time jitters, just kind of get it out. But if this is a reoccurring theme, we might have now it really becomes a concern. And so, for him, I definitely want to watch him in just his ability to tackle moving forward. So I got a little bit more to say on the defensive backs as a whole, but Severe, man, what's your thoughts on the defensive backs?
Yeah, man, I think that's going to be a major area of concern for us. I think we have a lot of guys with potential, a lot of guys that have high ceilings. They have traits. They're tall, athletic guys, long arms. They all run well. I think they all move pretty well. Also, it's just that, just those little nuances in coverage, understanding what the offense is trying to do to you, being in the right place, getting your head turned around at times. It's, it's going to be a struggle, especially if we don't have a pass rush and you're asking these long corners to cover for extended periods of time. That's just going to be a major concern for us all year. They're all fairly young as well, fairly young to extremely young. So outside of Chin, really, that's the only real veteran we have back there. Palomalo to an extent, even though he doesn't have a lot of, they're all young or inexperienced, right? None of them have a bunch of experience or they're very young. And we got some guys changing positions. We talked about the nickel, but our plan essentially was to have Jeremy Chin in the nickel and just run a big nickel with him down there. And initially it was going to be Lonnie Johnson, but now it's going to be Chris Smith playing the other safety role back there. So it's going to be a struggle all year. The good news is that I think there's a guy in Philadelphia. He has some familiarity with this. Oh, wait a minute. That's the guy we traded, right? It's the guy we traded.
Don't get me started. I've been good.
Never mind. And people were hyping up this. People were hyping up Greedy Vans. I better not ever hear nobody say another mother effing word about no damn Greedy Vans. Get this bum off the team. This dude I don't care what he's doing in practice. I don't care what he's doing in practice, what he's doing in training camp. Bro, when the lights came on, this dude was trash. Trash and a half. I don't want to see this dude on the field no more. And he's 5'9". So he needs to fit the system anyway. Why is he even here? He should have been. As soon as he walked in the building, they just looked at him like, "No, sorry, Greedy." It should have been like one of those roller coasters. They just all their quarterbacks. Had a little height meter. Like, all right, Greedy, sorry, brother. You're not tall enough for this roster.
Oh man, Raiders 5-10. Still got Honcho Hudson Clark despite one coverage mistake. We highlighted him last week. He did a damn good job coming up in run support.
He about to take Trey Taylor's spot.
Even that play, even the deep ball, that was the holding call on Sam Webb. I thought the refs were going to call it on Hudson Clark for kind of go over his back, but every defender, every DB has a right to the football. So I'm glad they didn't call it on him. Hell of a job, kind of staying on top of coverage. And so he's a guy I do think is going to fight for a position on this football field. Look, I think we have, and we've said it so many times on this, on our channel during our lives, is we just have so many question marks at every single position. Eric Stokes, question mark, didn't work out in Green Bay. What are we going to get out of him? Darren Porter, 3rd rounder. Very little experience as a whole as it relates to playing the cornerback position. How well can he actually I saw it. How well can he transition to the NFL with a lack of experience? It remains to be seen. And now we traded away Jacorian Bennett, the one guy that has experience, that if something does happen, let's say Darren Porter doesn't work out and struggles. Let's say Eric Stokes doesn't work out and struggles. Who are we relying on? A bunch of undrafted free agents. We're relying on a bunch of again, it wasn't about whether or not did we think Jacorian Bennett was going to be a starter and was going to have a massive impact on this roster. He was a $1 million salary cap hit and could have been a veteran that can compete and continue to chip away at these starters' heels and be like, you guys better play at the top of your game or I'm going to try to come in and take your spot. Now these guys, Darren Porter and Eric Stokes, they got nobody chipping away at them. Nobody.
Yeah.
Nothing but a bunch of undrafted free agents that if somebody goes down, we're screwed. And I think that's why it's really going to hurt some of these corners and even safeties, is that we're set up to play zone defense, and offenses are going to know that, and they're going to literally pick us apart in the middle. When we go against, again, good offensive coordinators, good smart receivers, we're going to have some problems in the middle of the defense. And so, Eric Stokes obviously got beat on the crosser. I don't know why the safety didn't come down and help. I don't know if that was part of the scheme. Typically, if you have trips to one side and your backside corner is on an island locked up and that receiver completely just crosses the field on a drag route, the majority of the time, if you don't have another deep threat up the middle, that safety is going to come down and help the crosser, and he didn't. So not sure if that's one in Patrick Graham's scheme, but Eric Stokes got to get over there, and you're locking up against a number 2 receiver. Ricky Pearsall's considered a starter only because the other 2 receivers are not playing for the 49ers.
Russell Gage was giving us work. Russell Gage was out there
nasty,
looking like what's my guy? We're looking like Reggie Wayne. Like it's.
I just think what's tough is I think a combination of we're going to have a lot of projects in the secondary, and I think because of the way that we need to now play our defense and the coverages that we're going to have to play, it's going to be just too much of a tell. When it comes to offensive coordinators, and we're gonna have some problems. So that's gonna be tough. So look, at the end of the day, when it comes to secondary, I think we've seen what we saw week 3. You typically see nothing but guys that are on the bubble. Guys are still going to try to make this roster before we see cuts kind of go down the line. Dixon, you're saying Kuntz is a question mark too. We'll see just how he develops, man. Sometimes in these preseason games, when you come off an injury, you got to really work yourself back in. We saw it with Colton Miller, and Colton Miller was injured, didn't have an entire offseason. It took him a long time. It might take Malcolm Kuntz maybe 2-3 games to kind of get his motor back going. You saw him wake up a little bit, though. There was a big difference between that first preseason game and this one, and we'll definitely break it down in the game film. You saw his motor pick up a little bit. So we'll see just kind of how it works out. And Kevin Lurker, I see you. I see you, man. I appreciate you.
Oh, man.
So
look, there was a. I was like flipping back and forth between a few of the games, and there was an interception. I think it was McCullum. McCullum had a pick.
Message.
I thought it was. Oh my God, I thought it was Jacob Parrish. I was like, my God, I was about to cancel Sunday. I was about to cancel today.
We weren't going to hit the end of it.
No,
I was going to cancel today. Sorry, but we can't. He would have snuck it into the game film, though. He would have snuck it into the game film on Wednesday.
I got this next play.
Hey, but how you do play this play?
Yeah, here's an example. But I was gonna be the same way. That interception in the Eagles Browns game. Oh, I thought it was JB.
JB?
I thought it was JB.
Oh yeah.
Makuba,
but he was balling.
Makuba.
Yep. And then he got the fumble.
He got the fumble too. He got to get Gabriel twice. Yes.
Yeah.
I heard about JB getting. Did JB get hurt?
I think he got.
Like nothing bad though, right?
I think
he's good. The fans are all excited because they got their cornerback too. So
man, the fans have been saying he's definitely like, man, this guy looks great in coverage. He's gonna be, we want him at CB2.
Yeah, they're like we got our CB2, so it's interesting that he's good enough to play for the defending champs.
Chris, if Jacorian is CB2, who is CB1 over there?
That
who's CB1 over there?
Mitchell.
Okay.
Mitchell. Somebody was a fan of that guy.
I was wrong about him. Hey, I keep it real when I'm wrong. I was wrong about him.
Nah, I'm messing with you.
Mitchell's nice. Mitchell's nice. I must say.
Yeah, hey, Mitchell's doing his thing over there.
He is. I can't even lie.
So,
man, Will is too.
Raiders find Ted, we're severely missing Lonnie Johnson Jr. Injuries happen. Injuries happen all the time. That's why it's not just about your starters, it's about your depth as well. We see it happen constantly across the league. So, Almond Sunshine, what's going on? We have a Super Bowl caliber defense. That Super Bowl being the 1989 Denver Broncos. Shit. So, let's see. All right. Man, I appreciate everybody rocking with us, man. Look, at the end of the day, let's we'll finish it off. I don't know if we're going to go over losers. We're just going to go over some winners, man, real quick. Offensively, we're a couple winners that you guys had chat. Offensively, who were your winners when it comes to this game on the offensive side of the ball? Severe, I'll throw you to you first. Give us a couple names. Who do you like as winners on the offensive side of the ball this game?
Geno, definitely Geno Smith, obviously. I think he just continues to show why he is the clear-cut QB1, why he is head and shoulders above anybody else we have in this roster. You can make an argument if he continues on this kind of trajectory, he can push for being, the second best quarterback in this division. I think for sure he's the third best right now. Obviously, Ashton Jeanty, I don't think he played great. He did have that one great run, but I think he played good. I think he did enough in this game to assuage our concerns, or anybody that did have any concerns, about what he'd be able to do at the NFL level. I don't think he's like, he didn't have a offensive rookie of the year type showing where it's like, all right, this guy's clear cut, hey, he's going to carry us into the playoffs. But I think he did enough to say, okay, he can play at this level. He can be effective. Did have some concerns about him taking that hit, especially first on that swing pass. First of all, he didn't do a lot with it. It looked like he had a lot of space, and then he got stuck, and then it was like, then he's hurt too. So that was concerning, but I think he showed, hey, this vision is still there, contact balance is still there, physicality is still there. I'm gonna still fight for that extra yardage. And our offensive line performed better. Asterisks on it, it was against second, third stringers, but at this point, progress is what we're looking for. It's better that they did, because last week they didn't do it against second, third stringers. So at least this week they did do it against some second and third stringers. So hey, step in the right direction.
Yeah, and we talked about a little bit earlier, Severe, when you before you came on. And the thing is
that was a corner. John Fallon. That was a corner. I know actually that's the cousin of one of my son's teammates, Lenore.
Oh, really? He did. I mean, I don't know if he's talking about the swing pass though, the pass in the flats. I mean, the corner. Yes, he definitely he trucked the corner without question. But the linebacker, he didn't truck that linebacker. I mean, last time I checked, when you actually hit somebody, you need to be going forward to run through somebody. He went backwards.
Yeah.
But we're talking about earlier. It's like, look, when you're Ashton Jeanty, you should be elusive, right? You should be able to have that ability, attack a half a man and just run through an arm tackle as opposed to just letting a guy just hit the piss out of you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like pick and choose your battles a little bit. You know, you always want to be falling forward for yards and pick a half a man. You don't need to take that type of contact. But you got Red Nation 510, you got offensive line as a winner. Justin the DJ got Titan Group as a whole. Joseph C.
Outside of Ian Thomas.
Yeah, that was Geno Smith, Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, Jacoby Myers, and definitely Ashton Jeanty. All right, so let's do this. Chris, man, what are some of your winners on the offensive side?
So offense, I mean, I know you guys pretty much named them. But I really like the kid Runyon, that tight end. I like him, man. He was I mean, again, he's it's a long shot for him to make the team, but maybe a guy that can be on the practice squad. He seemed very athletic. I mean, he was getting vertical, he was getting downfield. Definitely Jeanty. I think Jeanty looked pretty good. And again, I think excuse me. I think he's a guy that, again, we wanted to see if his skill set was going to translate. That was the biggest thing. Like, how is he going to be when someone hits him? And again, just like Severe said, just being able to have that balance, because a lot of guys would have went straight down, when they hit. And the fact that he was able to stay up a little bit and keep fighting. So, that was good.
They carried that linebacker for a few extra yards too. After that guy was on his neck.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, he did.
And you can still see he does have that vision. He has the that instinct, and that's what we want to see from him. But like 805 said, we don't want to take a whole bunch of unnecessary hits, like that, like straight on hits like that. Let's see who else. From an offense standpoint, like I said, the line looked pretty good compared to last week. It's not really offense, but touchdown Tommy, that was a nice return, getting a nice return on the kickoff. So that was nice. But yeah, that's probably about it on offense, I would say. Collier looked good.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I'll probably stay there.
All right, so for myself, Ashton Jeanty, right? Based on his performance before, good job. You can't take anything away from it. But I think there's a lot of credit that goes to that offensive line. I said earlier, he had 7 carries. 4 out of those 7 carries, Jeanty was untouched until the second level. So he actually was able to run 4 to 5 yards before having any contact with any defender. And that's all the credit to the offensive line.
Yep.
So I definitely want to give that starting offensive line some credit. They're going against a lot of backups. I think there was only 2 starting defensive linemen on that front. So, but much better showing than last week. So I'll definitely give the offensive line some credit. I'll give JPJ specifically some credit, right? We pointed out some plays last week that, man, there were some question marks. And so at the end of the day, I think he did a really good job of just kind of making up for that a little bit. So shout out to JPJ. Good job. Dylan Labe, not just on special teams, but getting a little bit of work. I think he's just really trying to fight for that last running back position. So a little bit of the return game, going down there and making tackles on special teams. I think he did a pretty good job. Geno Smith, Severe, to your point, not only he did a good job of spreading the ball around. I think he threw the ball to 5 different receivers that caught the ball. So good job of him just kind of getting everybody involved. But then last but not least, he was 4 for 4, Dylan Carlson. I'll give him some credit.
Yeah.
When you're 4 for 4,
yeah,
like that's what you need. You know what I'm saying? I think 85% of the football games last year all were decided within 3 points.
Good point.
And so he's got to be on it for us to win the close ones. So those are my winners on offense. Ray Nation.
And we always got to talk about Laki Tasi. He had a couple good reps.
Man.
Good reps.
He had some good reps.
A couple of things he has to work on. You know, I know we talked about like pad level and like I feel like he naturally just stands up as soon as But as far as like footwork and he still got a punch, like you know, I prefer to see him on the defensive line, but you know, give him a couple years, man. Like we probably ain't gonna see him for, you know, definitely not this year, but give him a couple years. He might be all right.
Yeah. But man, I still would like to see him on that D lineman.
Me too.
That D line. He would have been nasty.
Nasty.
I mean, because I didn't know he was that heavy. He's 700. He's 373 pounds.
That's what I'm saying, and he can move.
And he can move.
Yeah, like that. That's what.
And it's not
Could you imagine?
But he's not like. It's not like John Jenkins or like, you know, like Albert Hainsworth with the Redskins. Like, or, you know, he's like. It's like he's put together. He's put together. Yeah. So it's like
and this familiar, like him going to tackle somebody, he knows how to do that with his
hands.
Like
knows that
guy could, and all you need him for. And I know we're going on a tangent, but all you need him for 2-3 plays, short yardage downs,
beat the guy in front of you.
That's it.
Yeah, just beat the guy in front of you. You don't have to do no stunt. Just go forward.
Because that's why the reps he looks impressive in. Is generally the running reps because
he can go forward.
He's not having to react. He's not having to react to somebody. He's the guy initiating the contact. I'm enforcing my will on you in this particular situation. So he can do that. So let him do that on the defensive side of the ball.
and not just that. A lot of times, defensive linemen, you do your job if you take up the double team.
Oh
with how big he is.
Right,
they will take up the double team, free up the linebackers. I'm like,
I mean, honestly, how many interior linemen can like, unless you're really like, even if you're strong, you got to be like real technically sound to be able to stop a dude that big.
Exactly.
You know, is he what 6'5",
6'5", 370 or something like that?
Yeah, 6'6". Like, what are we talking about? Like, he's going to demand a double team. And
got that attitude.
Him not knowing nothing.
Exactly. And he's got that attitude. We saw it when he pointed at the guy and was like, attitude. Bro, like, got you. Like,
exactly. That little finger wag.
Yeah. and he's only like 21, isn't he?
Yes.
And we're still trying to figure out who's going to play next to Adam Butler. And it's like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it's just a no-brainer, bro.
Give him a few reps a game. It ain't go take a look. Give him a few reps a game.
That's it. Man. That's it. I mean, hell, put him on the damn the kickoff block team just to get him some reps.
The field goal block.
I mean, seriously.
I'm with you.
Get him used to just. I don't know, man.
And the thing is, like, we have a need. It's
right.
Not, you know what I'm saying? It's not like we have two studs in the interior, and it's like, yeah, go and experiment with them. Like, we could actually use him potentially now,
right? Which
is crazy,
right?
So. But John Fallon Parham is a big winner. All right, man. Yeah, the whole offensive line, the starting offensive line, the backup interior was rough. Mafi and Putnam, that was rough.
Mafi. Yeah. If he that Mafi dude, bro, he could not have really been a football player. Like he must have just been like one of the waiters in the chow hall, and they were just like, "Look, you're a big dude. We might need you tonight. Just come." Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
I gotta take the blame for him. Hey, he's a UCLA guy. You gotta take the blame.
You was all about him too. I just thought about that.
Yeah, I gotta take the blame for that guy. I thought he was as guard. I thought he can do it. I thought he could play some guard.
I forgot that. Yeah. Oh yeah.
My guy, because he's a UDFA. I don't know. I mean, he's not UDFA, but we picked him up free agent. I don't know where he was at before. I know where he was at before.
Yeah,
my guy I was about this year is Jay Toya. I think he's with Dallas right now. I mean, he's D tackle though. But
what the guy that the legend was beating up?
Man, look, man, Willie Lampkin
was giving him
hell. Jay Toya is a big man here. Jay Toya
was giving him hell.
He did everybody. That was his last game, and he was like, dog. I'm like, dude, how is this? Like, how is this? This would be like Manny Pacquiao going to the heavyweight division and just knocking people out.
Exactly.
I'm just knocking everybody out up here. Like, he's just handling people, like handling them.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude. And my cousin's a Rams fan. My other cousin, and he hit me up, man. He's like, dog.
They got them one.
Like,
they got them one.
He's like, man. He's like, you was telling me about this Lampkin dude. He's like, bro, the coaches, everybody's saying this dude is nice. Everybody's saying how nice this dude is.
Nice.
He didn't. He walked past the height meter in Henderson, and it was like, I'm sorry, Willie. Said the chocolate factory.
Oh man, damn it. That's all right. Whatever. It's just us being a Raider fan. It happens to us all the time. Cool cat. Parm taking the center spot. I think they like Meredith there. He's got some work to do. Don't get me wrong. We'll watch the game film. He's got a little bit of work to do, but it's just I don't know. He doesn't even have the experience there. So we'll kind of see how it works out. Raider Nation 510, DJ Glaze, and Dylan Parham. Parham actually does look good. I'll give him it. Kevin Lurker agrees. Parham looked great. Raider Nation 510, Laki Tassi.
Let's get him in front of some Chris Jones and them. Let's chill. Let's chill. Let's see how he does against Barmore and all them.
Look, man. Parham, he knew what the mission was. He understood the assignment last year. Right?
But that must be
Stole my dog out. He understood the assignment.
All right. You dying on that mountain, Samir?
No, I'm not. I'm not dying on the mountain. All right?
Not at all.
I'm not dying at all.
Rocky saying best was cool, but definitely not outside receiver over the shoulder boundary catch gives him trouble.
Yes.
Hey, look, still a rookie. We'll kind of see how it all works out. Well, let's just hope he gets more opportunities to kind of prove what he truly can do.
Yeah, he's not receiver.
Raider Nation 510. Put Lucky Tassi at fullback. Yeah, as long as he gets a carry, not JJ Pegues, I'm good.
Honestly, I bet he's faster than Pegues.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I bet he's like.
You watch that rugby film?
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Sure. He's faster than Aiden O'Connell.
Oh, definitely.
I'll bet 10,000 right now him beating Aiden O'Connell in the foot race.
Oh man. All right. So I think we just went over some of the winners. Let's go some of the winners on the defense side of the ball. All right, chat. Let me know what's your guys' winners on the defense side of the ball. Severe, I'm gonna throw it to you first this time. What some of your defensive winners?
Carter, definitely Carter. I like what I saw. That Barrett kid. Not only because of what he did individually, because of how bad all the other linebackers look. He has a serious chance of making this team. Who else? I like what I saw. From Jonah Laulu. He had that big play. Yeah. Caillou Blue Kelly, he did well. I mean, like I said, there's still concerns about the secondary, but he got to start today. So I think that's low-key winner by default. He got to start over Porter and over. I guess Porter is really the only guy he's kind of competing with. JT Woods, I don't expect to see much of. So I think he's a winner just by getting a start out there. And he didn't do that bad. And whoever Wookie Pearsall was on he was cooking him. So I would put him as a winner. That's about it, really. That's about it. Not a lot of winners on the defense. Not a lot of winners out there.
Not a lot of winners. Mad Max, man. Hey, we talked about Ashton Jeanty a little bit earlier. If you want to go back, we talked a lot. Just honestly, maybe 15 minutes ago on some of our winners. We had Ashton Jeanty as a winner, so go check that out. But we also touched on it earlier in the video, man. But I appreciate you rolling with us. All right, Chris, man. I'll throw it over to you in the chat. Yeah, let me know who your defensive winners are. Raider Nation 510. You got Andre Carter as well. Yeah. John Fallon. You got Jamal Adams. That's a big winner. Jamal Adams. He was getting himself involved. I don't know if he had as much of an impact as week one, but he was definitely getting himself involved.
I know. I want to say that safety too. We talked about. Dude that's taking Trey Taylor's spot. I forget his name. Hudson Clark. There you go.
Hudson Clark.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Hudson Clark. I like that's the guy. Look, remember Dallin Levitt? He made the team. Hudson Clark. Hudson Clark.
Yeah. Yep. No, for sure. Yeah. I kind of agree with a lot of what you guys said. I think again, like Jeremy Chin, he had that big play.
That was nice.
But and I'll say that it's just hard because I mean they weren't necessarily playing against all the ones, but like like I think no, actually you know what, Malcolm Kuntz did make a good play. He was I don't know if he got I know he didn't get a sack, but he was getting a couple pressures. I was watching him closely just to make sure. But the thing is with Malcolm Kuntz, he didn't start that game. I feel like he didn't come into like later in the first series. If I remember,
I think it's because of the formation. I noticed it last game too. Is the 49ers, they came out more of like a heavy run formation.
Yeah, if they came on passing,
and they don't bring him in. So
yeah,
I think it's more of a formation thing.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it's like not too many people really stood out. Again, like I think those players that had splash plays. Like I said, I did remember seeing Christopher Smith kind of all over. He was getting himself involved, which was good to see because I do want to see him do well. And again, Jamal Adams, again, he's a guy that's he's always just swarming to the ball. He's always just putting his nose in there. And yeah, I mean that's really about it as far as just guys that were really, really out there making plays. We just got to see more. It's kind of hard when the defense is so vanilla, but yeah, we got to see more. Like you said, Jalen Smith. I don't think Jalen Smith played that well. In fact, I haven't been too impressed with him at all. Honestly, I didn't have the highest hopes. I did like him when he was before all the injuries, but. I don't even think he'll make the team, honestly.
I don't think so either. He did have one good play last week. He did a good job just kind of stepping up. Yeah. Run came at him, did a very good job of making the play, but he didn't have much of an impact this game.
Yeah.
My winners, obviously Jeremy Chin with the interception, did a really good job. That was, yes, one hell of a pick.
That was.
Yeah.
But when it comes to winners for me, it's like, man, you got to move the needle, right? Whether you're just kind of on the bubble, whether you're fighting for a roster spot, or maybe, maybe stepping up in the depth chart. I got to give a winner to Tommy Eichenberg. As much as Severe, you may not be a big fan. I think he's just a winner because, look, he's done better than we've ever seen. Yeah, didn't make that one-on-one tackle on the goal line.
Are you joking? Are you serious?
I'm being dead serious. I'll show you some plays. We got it. Yeah, I'll show you some plays. He definitely made some plays that look. I'm not saying that it's great enough for him to start or what have you, but it was good enough for him to show just another aspect of improvement. He flew to the football, made some open field tackles. Again, blitzed off the edge, made a really good tackle in the backfield, and so. You can take the bad and the good, but at the end of the day,
we need a whole segment. Give me a whole segment.
I can break down for you.
Definitely.
Everybody, Coach, if you still in here, Coach,
yeah,
John, if you in here,
yeah.
So I think he was a winner because look, we've never seen him do that in the past, and he's battling at this point. There's a good chance that he's battling just for. He's not going to get cut. I don't think so. I think he's going to make this squad.
Like you know what you're doing right now? That's the equivalent of Tyree getting a unblocked sack.
No, not even close. No, not. We're going to watch the game film.
Or is that low? You're just saying
I'm gonna watch the
he's
film.
a winner just because he's gotten better.
We're going to watch the game film.
I'm gonna watch the film. I haven't watched the film. I only saw the game. I'm gonna watch the film and watch.
We're gonna watch that game.
My eye on
it live.
I saw it. Look,
what is he doing?
I saw it live and I was disgusted.
It was like 3 plays in a row. It literally was like 3 plays in a row.
I was like, yo.
I'm not trolling Jonathan Studios. I'm not trolling. But look, again, just based on what he had 7 tackles in the game. Yes. 7 tackles, a really good tackle on special teams. But then actually had some
played
good
the whole
plays,
game.
So. He did.
Yeah. But whether you play the game or not, still 7 tackles, which is good for any linebacker.
Yeah.
I wanted to put Jonah Laulu on here because he had the one good play, but he just didn't. It didn't look like he played I think he played like 4 snaps. So
he didn't play that much.
I don't know if it was I just didn't see him and he was non-existent after that, or he didn't actually get in the game. I don't think he got in the game. Andre Carter, without question, I think he's fighting for that last edge rusher spot. So I liked what he did. Chris Smith that had a hell of a play. Not only did he make a ton of tackles, but he had a hell of a play on that third and I think 8 that forced a field goal attempt. And so did a really good job. Hudson Clark, I think he played pretty well. on Saturday, again, fighting for just a roster spot. So I think he did play well. And then, again, the guy that I'm kind of up in the air on, we'll show the game film. Charles Snowden made some very good plays, but then he also made some plays that were like, damn, you lost contain off of Mac Jones coming around the edge, but then he also could not set the edge with the pitch play coming his way to the boundary, to the sideline. But he also made it up with making some really good plays. And so Charles Snowden, kind of, for me, is kind of a hit or miss there. But definitely Jeremy Chin. For me, it's Tommy, Andre Carter, Chris Smith, and Hudson Clark. So what a rundown. What's going on, man?
My dog.
Appreciate you, man.
I would throw Pegues in there, too. I would throw Pegues in there, too.
Okay.
I like what I saw from Pegues.
So that's our winners. We're not gonna do losers, all right? Because man, we'll be here for another hour, and I know Chris.
You already know who the number one loser is from that.
Well, I'll have a loser, and I'm gonna just piss off Raider Nation 510. So we're not gonna go there.
It's very clear.
So, but Raider Nation 510, man, check in with us middle of the week. We're gonna break down game film, and again, when Tyree does something good, we'll show it. When he does something bad, we don't have enough time to show it. I'm just joking. I'm playing Raider Nation 510. So shit. Hey, that's it. You guys know what we do. We're just recapping the Sunday week 2 preseason game against the 49ers, who come up short. They went on a last second field goal to beat us 19-22. We're going to hit you guys later in the week, break down some game film, and kind of show you the good, the bad, the ugly. And we're going to rock out that way. So, man, we appreciate it, you guys. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. But before we get out, let my guys let you guys know what they got going on. So, Severe, man, let people know what you got going on throughout the week.
You guys know what it is, man. The Severe Raider on YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, IG, X, everywhere. The Severe Raider. Holla at me. Rocking out with my guys, man. Sunday nights, the Raider War Room, as well as I think this Wednesday. This Wednesday is we start the Wednesdays, right? We starting off on Wednesday this week. So Wednesday as well. Hit y'all with some film. And Tuesdays with my guy PharoahNFL. The 50-50 show, and then Thursdays as well, the 50-50 show with my guy, PharoahNFL. So holla at your boy, man. Tap in. We're keeping it real, raw, and uncut. No favoritism here, no bias. Hey, we go tell you what we see. And if we right, we right. And if we wrong, we'll come back and let y'all know, hey, you know what? We was wrong on that. And I'm not wrong on this Tom Yackenberg take. You guys will see on Wednesday. It's absolutely not wrong. Tom Yackenberg take. Man. And other than that, man, the Raiders need to be scouring the waiver writers for a quarterback because QB2, I don't think he's on the roster.
Nah.
We will see. 100%, man.
Forrest Jackson, if you're out there.
Forrest
Jackson. Holla at your boy. If you still got Pete Carroll's number, it worked for Jamal Adams. If you still got Pete's number, send him some tape. Send him your highlights. Send him your link to Huddle. If you still got it, send it to him.
Huddle. Man.
Oh man.
Raider Nation agrees. QB2, our biggest issue. All right, Chris, man, let everybody know what you got going on and what they can expect from you.
Man, Chris will Protect the Shield podcast. As you guys know, got this show, my boys, the Raider War Room, every Sunday and going to be Wednesday. That's really the main thing I'm cooking up right now. Again, got my boy Dub Raider. Have some content I release with him every I think he drops it every Sunday. So, definitely make sure you check him out. But, just like Severe said, man, Matt McGloin is crazy. But, just make sure you guys, check us out. Make sure you guys are subscribed to all 3 channels. Again, we are not going to be like all the other Raider content creators, man. Like, we are going to tell you how we feel. A lot of times it's not going to always be popular. You guys may think we're negative sometimes, but as I always keep saying, only one team has lost more games than us in like the last 23 years, and that's the Cleveland Browns.
That's great.
That's the only team that's lost more than us. So if I'm not super optimistic, sorry. So be it. We I'm done with the blind optimism. I am, the optimism has to be earned, and that's kind of where I'm at. If you value that type of takes and stuff like that, you're in the right place. But salute to everybody's in the chat. You guys are the best.
100%. And look, we come with receipts too. Like we talk about it, but during the week, not just during game weeks, even in the off season, we review game film. We'll break down the game film, and look, I'm not going to just show you 1 or 2 plays. I got 30, 35, sometimes 40 clips of the game to show you the good, the bad, the ugly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's not just one clip and look, he was a stud, but then the other 30 plays, he absolutely shit the bed. We're going to show you everything. And if I show you one bad, I'm going to try to find something good to even it out. And if I can't, then I'm going to tell you I can't because it's not there. And look, you can go through, and for the guys that rock with us, go through and watch the film yourself. And if I show something and there's something else that I should have pointed out, man, bring it to me.
Yeah.
Please do. Because, again, I'm not perfect, but I've been reviewing game film as a coach for 23 years. So I trust my eyes, but it's not to say I won't miss something. So if I miss something, you see it, please bring it to me, and I will stand corrected 100%.
Yeah.
And look, Matt McGloin, that's where I will stand corrected. I actually thought Matt McGloin could have been a pretty good quarterback. That's on me. Now,
I did.
But is it that the Raiders just screwed him up like every other quarterback we ever had? I don't know. But I thought Matt McGloin could have been a pretty good quarterback.
I thought Connor Cook was going to be all right. I ain't going to lie. I thought Connor – I really didn't think Matt McGloin was going to be all right. But I thought Connor was going to be all right.
And I'm not saying McGloin like top 5. I was saying, like, look, I thought he was going to be a decent quarterback.
Starter level quarterback. Yeah, when I heard that Connor Cook wasn't a team captain at Michigan State, I was like, yeah, this dude's trash. This dude's trash. He's
it wasn't that he was trash. I think he had like an attitude and stuff.
He
just wasn't a good leader, but
that dude. But people, Chris knows Bruce Gradkowski. So if we need a QB2,
I do.
Chris. He's only phone call
I'll
away,
take
brother.
Bruce all day.
I'll take phone Bruce call away.
I would take
only
Bruce
a phone call
all day,
away,
man.
Oh man, Connor Cook, Aiden, same thing. That's actually a pretty good comparison.
Yeah. Look, people hate it. I said Aiden O'Connell was Chad Pennington, and people jumped on my back. They jumped on my back. Like, oh my God,
I thought you were crazy for saying that.
Yeah,
don't ever dog Chad Pennington like that.
As Chad Pennington was the first round pick when NFL Comeback Player of the Year, I was like, Aiden O'Connell's game is Chad Pennington's game, and people were like, "Oh my God, you're a hater. You're just a hater on Aiden O'Connell." And now everybody want him gone.
Yeah, don't ever dog Chad like that.
Yeah.
Hodge
Williams. I don't know. Where did Hodge Williams go?
I think he was just here on a tryout basis.
He was. He got the tryout invite, so he must have. They must have
saw what we all saw when watching him play. That dude, his throwing motion was crazy. He throws like an 11-year-old kid.
He's just an athlete. Yeah,
he's an athlete. And I think one of the reasons why we brought him on was because we talked about it before. Is that if you can stash somebody on the practice squad that emulates a lot of quarterbacks that you're going to face, the mobile quarterbacks, like we're going to face Jane Daniels, we're going to face Jalen Hurts. We got mobile quarterbacks in our division. Yes, Herbert's a mobile quarterback.
Got touchdown Tommy, man. We got all we need.
Exactly.
So I just felt like that's a guy we could stash on the practice squad. That's why we brought him in. I did not think he'd be a guy that would make an actual roster.
Yeah.
But. So, all right. Yeah, cool, guys. No, I appreciate it, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe. I'm 805 Raider. My channel is Real Talk Raider Nation. I do my own individual videos. I rock out my guys here in the Raider War Room on Sunday nights and during the week. We break down game film. We give you our opinion on just kind of what we see and just kind of our feeling about it. But at the same time, we definitely love chopping up with the chat, get your guys' feedback, because at the same time, we don't see everything, but we definitely respect what the chat says majority of the time. Because you got some crazy ones in there, like LV. I see you in there, man. You're throwing stuff at us. Appreciate you rolling with us, man. But at the end of the day, Raider Nation 510. You got Joe Milton out there. At the end of the day, we're going to be looking for a QB2 a little bit. That's for damn sure. So, but look, Appreciate you guys. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn those notifications. We're going to hit you guys during the week with some game film, but also we're going to kind of chop it up about this week 3 matchup against the Cardinals. It's the last opportunity for some of these players to make their mark and potentially make this roster. So, man, it's like some of these players, man, it's their NFL career on the line. Sometimes when you get cut, you may not find another home, and so you fighting for your NFL career, and it's going to be fun to watch. So, appreciate you guys. Hey, have a great rest of your Sunday, whatever's left of it.
Shout out to Aiden O'Connell in the building, man. Aiden O'Connell's in the building. Even though he spelled his name wrong, it's okay though. We still love you, Aiden. Still love you.
Drop your LinkedIn in the chat. Anybody you're looking for a job? Anybody's looking for a nice young man? Avoid Aiden. He will soon be available.
God damn it, man. All right, guys. Hey, you guys, again, have a great rest of your Tuesday before you get out of here, or Tuesday. Great rest of your Sunday. Have a great start to your week. We'll hit you guys up in the middle of the week. But, man, before you get out, hit that like button. Subscribe. If you can, share it. Share it to anybody on social media, man, because at the end of the day, if you like what we hear, just show the support. We appreciate you. So, hey.
Salute Jeff. Jeff, man, before you salute Jeff with the $2 holler.
For sure.
Oh, man. Shit. Hey, appreciate you guys, man. Yeah. It's a long record. It's not a Jeff. It's not a Jeff show.
We have to stack 3 of these things for it to be
a Jeff 10 hours short.
I have a feeling all of a sudden Jeff comes back and this Aiden O'Connell account comes back. I don't know, Jeff. Is this
I haven't seen them both at the same time, have we?
Exactly.
Is this one of yours? Yeah, I don't know about this. I know Jeff's got some burner accounts sitting over there. But man, Jeff, I appreciate the super chat, man. I appreciate you. So hey, again, hit that notification. Also, yeah, shout out to Jeff. If you guys are going that week 1 New England, he's got a ton of stuff going on. Hit up Jeff. Bunch of Raider stuff going on there. Also, I heard him talk about a L. Davis tribute because L. Davis, he was born on the East Coast, right around where Jeff lives. Shout out to him. They're putting a ton of stuff on. So make sure you guys go hit him up if you're attending the game because they got a ton of Raider events going on leading up to it. So hit up Jeff, man. I appreciate you.
My dog, Jeff. Can you get video of that first Trevion touchdown for me?
Shit,
Just the first one is all I need. The others that come after, I want.
We're gonna see how that week 1 works out. But hit us up because we're gonna definitely chop it up about it after that third preseason game. We're gonna have some fun. So hey, appreciate you guys. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn those notifications, share it if you can. You got Chris Peck Show Podcast, The Severe Raider. I'm 805 Real Talk Raider Nation. We appreciate you guys. You're in the war room. We'll see you guys in the middle of the week for game film. We're out.